was instant. Oh, we're here early.
We're here early.
What's up, guys?
We're early.
We're early.
Oh my goodness, look at the blurry screen.
Right? I need to change the lighting. This show hasn't started yet, guys. I'm still configuring stuff.
Did the you're going live surprise you?
Yep.
I thought it might have.
Yep. It didn't used to be
You're
that
like,
way.
look at that, we're live.
Alexa, recording mode.
Okay.
Ooh.
The smart lights. Doing the smart light thing.
Okay.
What's up, guys? First, I want to say thanks, Sarah, for the super chat. I never got a super chat before I hit the go live button, but it showed up. So, thank you very much. Weird.
Let me just make the window.
Yeah, I think I do too. I think I do too.
There we go.
It doesn't show the whole thing. Froze. Yeah, I'm not sure what that was all about. The whole freezing. Oh, I remember how. I used the arrow keys to do this last time. Who's watching the Super Bowl? What's the score? Anybody know? We change these comments up here to that. Awesome. Nate, did you get the nail situation sorted? Pretty much, I think so. It's been just about a week since that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else has occurred from that, which is kind of the way I thought it might work out. So that was cool. Fixing my favorite pair of sweatshorts while I watch. That's awesome. I don't know anything about.
Niners 10, Chiefs 3. That's all right.
All right. Cool. How's the TRX? It's good. I haven't driven it in a while either, but
I drove it the other day.
yeah,
It drove nice.
ask her. She
I
knows.
put some gas in it for you.
Yep, you did.
Nate doesn't leave here very often at all anymore because I go to town every 7 to 10 days for groceries, and I just grab everything for him while I'm there. So
That's how it works. They're from New Zealand. Will you get another cat? I'm probably gonna get two more. I think 2 to 3 cats is kind of an ideal number of cats here on the homestead to help keep the mice down and so forth. So yeah, I think so. Little Sunday.
we've got slow chat on, and this is rolling.
Yeah, we
It's
do.
got it rolling.
After last week, I figured this week wouldn't be anywhere near as busy. Because number one, the Super Bowl's going. But yeah, and then hopefully the slow chat thing, because last week I couldn't even hardly read the chat at all. Hearing you switch from your narrator voice to your regular voice is kind of funny. I tried. Yeah, I don't know. I've totally got. It's more like a speaking voice or something. I don't know. Developed over just making videos, I guess.
Your voiceover voice is just a little more informative. Like you've got informative tone instead of conversational tone.
That makes sense.
It makes total sense. I think that's what makes your videos stand out aside from others sometimes. You're able to do that.
I'm not even sure if I'm able to not do that. But yeah.
It's hard when you're voicing over, like, the first couple voiceovers I did, people were like, you're trying to sound like Nate, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's just it's the way you portray something when you're giving information on it. It's the whole voiceover part of it. It's hard to just have a conversational tone when you're voicing something over because you're explaining what you're seeing in the video.
Right. Yeah, that's literally it.
Totally the tone that you take. It's informational.
It sure is. And like, I think it mostly developed because like here on live, I can just talk endlessly and use way too many words in whatever tone I want, and it doesn't matter.
It's conversation. Yeah.
But when I'm limited to, typically my videos are 101 seconds, or no, 61 seconds long. Forgetting how long a minute is. Anyway, it's way too short, and I am trying to cram everything I need to say in a short video, and it changes. It changes everything.
Natural Man.
Natural Man, what's up? All right, I'm missing a couple super chats here. Junior from Chicago here. Love you guys. Thanks, Luke. Sorry to send such a small amount. Just want to say thank you. You've changed my life perspective on a lot. Thinking before you act is the main thing. Well, that's really cool. And thank you. No apologies necessary for the amount sent. But I'm glad it's helped you out in some way. Yeah, thinking through the next 10 steps before you act on something in the moment makes a huge difference in the outcome of almost any situation. Nate and Jen, love your content from Minnesota. Does Jen miss the Midwest?
Not really. Not really.
Not really. Midwest was kind of fun.
The
I liked
winters
visiting.
are harsher in the Midwest, so really I've only been out here during the winter right now, and I don't miss any of that. We'll see how spring and summer go, but so far I'm happy.
Yeah, I like the weather here far better because it pretty much gets just as hot out there as it does here anyway. Which
Right?
is just, what's the point of living somewhere colder in the winter if it still gets hot in the summer?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Jen, can we expect a Narrowway cookbook in the future?
I can't make any promises, but it's probably likely. I have lots and lots and lots of requests, and I have some ideas. Nate and I talk over ideas now and then, so there'll probably be something.
Yeah, I would imagine. Wow, chat's still rolling faster than I can. Sorry for the loss of Saber. He was a good cat. Well, thanks. And he was a good cat. He was awesome. And he may still be out there somewhere, but you know, it's been like a month. Jen rescued a puppy and was wondering your top advices for training him since all your animals are so amazing. Probably the top advice is just be consistent, and it's almost hard to explain unless you really understand. Just really try to understand the animal, and most of the time when people have untrained animals, it's because they've trained them that way, and they don't actually all the time. Has to be all the time. It's because you've trained them that way. The way your mind works and the way the animal's mind works are two very different things, and it's hard not to project your own thinking on the animal. It's really hard.
Nate is he's overly aware of like what Minion is doing all the time. Even when I want Charlotte to be like in an area or sitting at the time, I can get her sitting, tell her to stay, she'll stay, and I'll turn around and start doing something, and if in like 3 minutes she decides to get up and walk away, I don't even pay attention to the fact that she's gotten up and walked away. Nate can tell Minion to sit somewhere, and if 10 or 15 minutes later Minion moves and Nate hasn't told him to, Nate immediately is like, I told you to sit.
Yep.
Like he's just hyper aware of what he's doing all the time, which allows him to be extremely consistent with it. I'm just not, I don't know if it's that I'm not that picky that she stay that long or what it is, but yeah, I don't notice her get up and do whatever she wants 10 minutes later.
Yeah, that's the whole consistency thing.
But that's
and it's
how
just hard to.
That's how Minion can sit out on the four-wheeler in his seat for an hour and a half on a live and not leave, aside from a couple times to chase birds.
Right.
But he'll just stay wherever Nate told him to stay.
Mm-hmm. Hi. Did I bribe you over here with food?
And that's because every time he moves, he puts him back. And he's like, I didn't tell you could leave yet. So, consistency.
That's it. Wish I had Lord Minion, Knight Aslan stickers. That's a good idea. I should get some kind of cool, like, Renaissance era style sticker with Lord Minion and Knight Aslan.
Okay.
That would be cool. Of course, there's a lot of cool ideas, and yeah.
Don't roll with most of them?
Pretty much.
I could have his website about 7 pages long right now if he would just say, yeah, go with it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good. Hello from Turkey. Hope Az is a good boy. He is a good boy. He's currently sleeping in his doghouse. Increase your volume, please.
That'd have to be your volume.
Yeah, not sure how on the phone thing. Eventually, I may start streaming directly off a computer. I'm just doing it on the phone right now. Show all the best health and a good rest of your week. Keep showing the world your guys' beautiful life. Well, thank you. I think a dog wash called Lord Minion.
We don't have a garden yet, but we
That'd be
plan to.
cool.
Well, we do have a garden area. It's
We
just
do.
not a garden that's been
Really managed.
done anything with or managed with for a while. So
I mean,
but
occasionally throw
yep,
stuff in
I'll
there
get
type
stuff
of thing.
up there.
Love your-
Hoping Az will keep the deer out of it.
I think he probably will. We'll see. He's so cute. And he's adorable. He is. You're a joy to watch. Well, thank you. Hi, Nate. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He has this habit of like just throwing himself.
It's like I want to be that guy.
I think he's gonna like kink his tail and he's gonna hurt himself. And apparently it wasn't uncomfortable because he didn't like yip and all that. So has only kibble and how much daily? Right now it's mostly kibble. With him growing and going from puppy to adult dog, nutrition is really important to watch. But he's getting about 6 cups a day. All right, that turned off. Love your videos. How old is your dog? Minion is 10.5 years old. Az is 8 months old. Charlo's around 4. And that's all the dogs. She's almost 4, right?
Yeah, she'll be 4 on Valentine's Day.
It's very, very soon.
Yeah, just a few days, I guess.
Yeah, very, very soon. How do you want to sit then if you don't want to sit that way? Best beard products ever. I've made 2 purchases since Xmas. Absolutely recommend. Well, awesome. Thank you. Appreciate the feedback. I've gotten a higher ratio of positive feedback than I ever expected on any kind of product. They've been out for a couple years now. It's just really cool that you guys are just loving it. Do you love living on the homestead? Yes, I do. Minion, do you love living on the homestead? Yes, Minion loves living on the homestead.
How does Minion show affection? He would probably lick if Nate let him lick him, but he
Yeah.
doesn't. Nate's not a go ahead and lick me kind of guy. So he does the finger licks. He
He'll do
tells
the
him-
finger licks.
Yeah,
He does finger
and
licks.
he'll stick his nose up in your face, and
Mm-hmm.
he snuggles. He wants to come close, and
He's funny. Like
he has his ways.
when he just really wants my attention, he'd come to me, be all wiggly, act like he wants petted and everything. And as soon as we start petting and chilling, he just gets so wiggly and crazy. He just takes off and attacks the toy.
Gets excited, yeah.
So it doesn't last very long most
His
of the
current
time.
favorite toy is a little minion too. It's hysterical.
It is. How do you feel about the homestead, Jen?
I love it.
Minion is rooting for the 49ers. I don't know. I don't think Minion has officially given his opinion on the Super Bowl. He's kept pretty tight-lipped about it.
Charlo is not a rescue. Charlo's actually purchased from a breeder who breeds show lines of cockers. And I purchased her actually as a breeding dog. Planned to breed her and then met Nate and things have kind of changed. So I don't know. I have not, still not against breeding her. I haven't ruled that out. But that's her story.
Do you ever want Minion to have pups? Kind of, like in a lot of ways, like absolutely yes, I want Minion to have pups. But it's not gonna happen because he just doesn't have as good and everything as he is. The genetics that he's mixed with are just
He's a mess.
They're just not
Are you a
awesome.
mess?
You know,
Are you a mess?
he's got some kind of genetic skin issue. Like I just wouldn't want to pass that on to any other puppy. So in the interest of ethical breeding, no. But no, he's not fixed. It's technically possible for him to reproduce.
Somebody said Jen should make burrito tacos, and I agree. I totally should make them. I've been wanting to.
Cool.
I have limited space and equipment right now with it being winter and being in here, so a lot more cooking will happen in the summer when I have more space in the outdoor kitchen. For sure.
Yep. Kind of unexpected struggles did you both face in the beginning of your homestead journey? I didn't really face any unexpected struggles. I faced plenty of struggles, but I think they were kind of all predictable. How about you?
I don't have any struggles.
No struggles?
Nope.
None?
Nope, I tried to take something from Az the second day I was here and he growled at me.
Well, that was yeah.
I was like, ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna get along with this dog. This is
Right.
the water froze once during the winter, but we prepared for that, so that wasn't really a struggle.
I mean, it's kind of like living in the city and you lose electric, you know, it's just like a thing that comes up that you gotta work around.
Yeah. The only thing that's different is we are prepared ahead of time for those kinds of things. So we're probably most likely to have flashlights, batteries, candles, all the things that when you're in the city and the electric goes out, you're crap, I don't have any batteries for this flashlight.
Right.
Or what did I do with those candles I had?
Right. Right.
Here you're more prepared
Sure.
and you know where that stuff is because it could happen at any point. It's not just because of a storm.
I mean, having a flashlight ready to go at any moment,
Yeah,
like it's just
doesn't
every
have to be
day.
weather or storm related. Yeah.
Yeah. Has got any special meals since he's been in the homestead? If so, like what?
Oh my gosh, he gets stuff all the time, you guys.
He does. He particularly got an entire steak.
He did.
That's probably the most special meal, and he literally swallowed it in one bite too.
Which is funny because he does not gobble his food down like a madman. He
No.
almost like totally enjoys it. He gets stuff all the time though. Aside from that,
He does.
I'm real
Nothing
like
in
when I
like
cook
huge
chicken.
quantity,
I'm real
but-
weird about leaving like any of the. I'm weird about weird stuff on the chicken, so I trim the chicken pretty good, and he gets all those chicken trimmings go on his food when I make chicken.
Yeah.
And then
He likes that.
I'll reheat leftovers once, and then if there's anything left over after that, I'll throw it on his bowl. So like he got a little bit of beef and noodles the other day because we had some of that left, but
No.
scraps. I say he gets scraps. That's what I say,
Scraps.
and he loves it. Loves
Curious K, send a super chat. Yeah. Send a super chat. Ellis, hey Nate and Jen, hope you're both doing well. Thank you. I think we are. Do you believe better?
Better breeder equals
Breeder.
better trainability. Not necessarily the breeder, but better genetics will equal better trainability for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, I really believe in purpose-bred dogs. So, like, when you get a dog bred for a specific purpose, that means you wanted it bred for that purpose, and its genetics are going to naturally fall into what you want it to do, and it's going to be like getting as, you know, a livestock guardian dog. Like, I didn't really train him like aggressively in anything to just try to overcome anything because his genetics are already wanting to do what I want to do. So it's just minor. Everything's just been minor. Like Minion absolutely had to train. Like I put 10 times more hours into him the first 2 months I had him than the first 2 months I've had Az. And I have a lot more, it appears I have a lot more to show for it with Az than I did with Minion. Jen, does Nate have magical hair as he does beard?
I don't know what you mean.
Magical word.
His hair is almost longer than his beard.
Almost. It grows faster.
Yeah. It's all soft. The beard oil and beard butter keep it all soft. All of it.
Jen looking beautiful tonight, sis. She is looking beautiful.
Oh, thanks. He always waits for you guys to lead
I
it.
do.
Lead it.
And then I see it,
That's
and then
not
I'm like,
true.
I get to say, hey, get to point out how beautiful Jen is again, because somebody said it in the chat.
That's all right. The other day he was outside talking to the TikTok live, and I walked outside and I
That
said,
was funny.
"Hey, handsome." Az was walking up to me, and I said, "Hey, handsome." And then I said, "Oh, hi, Nate."
And then she just walked off.
He's like, "Hey."
Yep. And then somebody in the chat typed like all fire emojis
They
or
thought that was
whatever.
funny. Yeah, it was pretty
It
funny.
was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. You have any new garden plans this spring? That would be pretty much Jen's department, because I'm gonna be busy doing all kinds of other stuff.
All garden stuff will be new, but yeah, actually, I had somebody who follows Nate send us some seeds for some things that I totally want to try. And this year is really going to be trial and error, trying to figure out what actually will grow out here, what things I'm going to need different kind of soil for, that kind of thing. But yep, I totally am going to start working on a garden.
You think the dog neighbor left the nails? I don't, because
We don't think it was them.
I mean, there's a couple reasons why, but specifically, he's the only one that drove over them. So they were left before he came over here to say, yeah, just try to make sure that everything was smoothed out and good. And he's the only one that drove over them. And I discovered it like a day later, and I was like, I don't think he dropped a bunch of nails in like a 50-foot section and then ran them over with his own truck,
Doesn't
pushing
mean
them
it
into the
wasn't
mud.
somebody that knows them. He just
That's
they were
right.
not aware of it for sure. Or he was not aware
There's
of
no
it
way he
by any means.
was aware of any such thing. So I think it's completely related to that situation, but I also think that situation has been resolved and everything else should be.
Amelia is over here really concerned. She wants to know, who is that girl? Is that your girlfriend? She's like, every 30 seconds that she gets a chance, she's like, wants to know about this girl, Nate. Who is she?
Yes, it's
She's
my
all
girlfriend. She's living here and stuff. We're doing the whole homestead thing together.
Oh, that's funny.
What are your favorite hobbies? I don't know what my favorite hobbies are. Like, I have too many. Like, I love coffee. Like, coffee's totally a hobby of mine. Roasting coffee, all that stuff. But that's kind of like turned into a business. But yet it's still a fun hobby. You know, because it started that way as just a natural interest. It's the reason for off grid, because it's going to be very expensive to run electric all the way back here from the grid. So solar was cheaper. Evening to you guys. You think that you should get as a partner or backup in case it gets attacked by a group of dogs, coyotes? So Az is he's currently about 130 pounds. He's going to finish out anywhere between 160 to 190. Coyotes, I think their average size is somewhere around 15 to 40 pounds, somewhere in there. You know, they've got like tiny little heads compared to Az. Like, he'd have no problem with a group of them, even now, you know, 2 or 3. But all that to say, yes, he's getting a partner. Should be early 2025, so about a year. About a year from now, there should be another one here.
He's not snoring, but he's totally grunting and making noises. He's
making
very
his
vocal.
noises.
Always vocal.
He's always got something to say. Saying, love from New York, keep up the great content. Thanks. Dear Lord, you have a dog that's bigger than me. Panic. That's funny. Yeah, he's enormous. The video, oftentimes when I video, it's just him in the video, and you guys probably don't truly grasp just how large he actually is. Like, in his doghouse, doesn't look as big as it is, but it's massive. Like, it's like 5 feet tall in the front.
Usually people in
Might
the
be
live
more.
when I'm standing out there are like, oh my god, I didn't realize how big he was until Jen was standing next to him. Like, he's big.
Mm-hmm. Concerned with other things happening since the nails didn't do anything. It's a possibility, but I'm really not concerned. Like, there's only so many options you can do out here without. Yeah, I just I wouldn't I wouldn't get caught out here doing dumb stuff by any of the individuals that live closer to the road who are now very observant of what is happening on the road after the incident. Any thoughts on the game tonight? I don't really have any thoughts on it. Um, haven't watched any. I did ask the chat a little bit ago when I started the live what the score was, but I don't remember what it was. It was like
10-3, I think.
yeah, some low number. I don't even know what quarter they're in.
What if Jen put the nails there?
That would be strange. Did you put the nails there?
Nate, I put nails in your driveway and drove your truck over it so you could go out and use the magnet and clean it up yourself and come back and tell me about it.
Okay. Well, I mean, I needed something to do that morning, right? What you reading?
Oh, nothing I could read out loud. Oh, somebody asked if I bake breads. Yes, I do bake breads. However, I have not baked any since I've been out here. I have not attempted the Dutch oven wood stove bread yet. But I do want to get a sourdough starter going. I've also been debating whether or not I'm going to do videos on that. I have a love-hate relationship with videos.
Right.
I want to, but I probably won't. Because I really don't like to. I don't know what it is.
Making videos is.
I get them recorded,
a
I get them
pain.
edited, and they sit in my drafts. For like, I'm pretty sure I have some that are almost a year old now sitting in my drafts.
Try
From
sometime.
April last year.
Make one or two if you get it recorded and edited, and then you're just like, maybe I can pick it up and in 2 minutes give it a voiceover. If you want.
That's why I have 50 drafts.
Right?
Because I do that, thinking I will just be like, oh, I can do that. And then
Yeah.
I look at it and I'm like,
I don't want
yeah,
to.
something, my anxiety kicks in, something just, it's like, no, nobody wants to see this.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to
It's-
watch it. Why would somebody else?
there's-
And then I don't do it.
I wouldn't really enjoy watching most of my videos either, but I just know that for some reason people do, and so I just make them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I had to kind of to make videos effectively. I had to take me and what I wanted to do out of the equation and just make some stuff anyway. Like all my videos I started with were like awful, like totally awful, terrible videos. It's a good thing I'm well practiced and way past that now.
Right.
But just figured out why Nate resonates with me. His voice is how I sound in my head when I'm following instructions. Oh, that's hilarious. That's funny. I like that.
Yep.
That's pretty good. How's the truck? Jen, like any upgrades? Truck's good. It has aftermarket intake, aftermarket exhaust, and other than that, it's completely factory. And
I do like
good enough for me. And yeah, Jen likes
it. It actually saved me the other day because I went into town and I had ordered Walmart groceries and I went to pick them up. And when I got there, I'm looking through the app and I cannot find anywhere on there to tell them I'm there. Just can't. But while I'm sitting there, a lady walks up. A lady who works there walked up and I rolled the window down and she was like, Petrosky? And I was like, yes. I was like, I can't find anywhere to check in. And I was kind of thinking like, but you know who I am. And then she was like, I watch you guys all the time. I absolutely love you guys. I was like, oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you knew who I was because I don't know how to use your app.
That's funny.
So yeah, in some instances it works just great.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I had the truck. I was in the TRX, and I think that's
Yeah.
what she recognized.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Oh, we have a special guest. I
Dagger.
don't know if Dagger wants to be a special guest right now.
Hi, buddy.
Doesn't look like he's.
Oh, he never looks like he wants to. He just has a grumpy face.
He
He's the grumpy
does.
face cat.
He does.
Where's your
He
collar?
does.
Did you lose yours too?
Yep, his is.
Do we have a replacement?
No.
Well, let's work on that.
Yeah.
Or we need to do something. So they have the tracking chips. Do they have GPS chips where they're
No.
constant?
So like the tracking chips, you have to take them to a vet and.
I
have
know
them
about that. All
scanned.
all my animals have been
That's,
chipped.
they don't have anything GPS.
They don't.
And even the collars, like I get them because cats have to have breakaway collars because
Yep, because they'll hang themselves.
they'll hang themselves or like
Or cat fights and all
get
that.
caught on something and then a dog will come up and eat them. Like
Yeah, they can't get
so
away.
like that's why I do the AirTag collars. They're
hard.
not great, but it's still like $30 lost every time they drop a collar.
Sure.
But the GPS collars, yeah, well Minion's collar.
They both lost
It's a
one,
couple
right?
hundred. Yeah.
And they've had them for almost a year. Like, if
It
you
just-
lose one a year, it'd still be worth it
Yeah.
to have it on your cat.
It would. The only problem with the AirTag collars is you have to be within 30 feet of them. with
Yeah,
your
so them
phone.
being
So
here,
it's
doesn't
still-
even matter. Yeah.
Like it's more like you could find, like if I'm driving an ATV through the woods, just waiting
And
for
you
my
have
phone,
it,
and
yeah.
picks up, and I'm like, hey, you know.
And around here, it's like,
But
does your phone even have the signal to?
yeah,
read it.
Well, it's Bluetooth, so it should, even when out of service, but it's still just. Yeah.
Yeah.
A shot in the dark. Like I did, like Saber's collar is out there somewhere,
Right.
and I did turn on the lost thing, and I still haven't come up with where his collar is that he lost weeks before he disappeared. So even if he was wearing the collar, like
Right. Well, it could be way out in the woods, and you
it
have no
probably
idea.
is, yeah. It's great for stuff in a city when everybody's iPhone around picks up. Everybody's iPhone around here can pick up the missing collar too. 2 iPhones, and I own both
Sure.
of them. Oh, that's
Right.
crazy. Anyway, let me
You're
get this
such a
back
good
on.
boy.
It's good, Dagger. From Chicago, love your vids. Thanks. Love your vids. As I say that, it's educational. Very cool. Thank you.
We will try Mama Noodles. I've been hearing that for like a week now. I'll totally try it.
Well, as his partner, also be a Boz Shepherd. Sorry, I got behind on the super chat, Steven. Yes, we'll be a Boz Shepherd. Same breed. I'm sold on it. Love y'all. Just wanted to ask any paranormal experiences, either there, anywhere.
I have in my
No.
life, but not out here. Nothing.
No, it's just yeah, I don't know. Well, I wonder what was going on.
Oh, he found her Kong, and she doesn't.
Right.
She doesn't clean it out, so he's loving it.
Hey from Australia, can you give Lord Minion some love? Most definitely can. Considering trying your beard products, anything you can tell me about them sets them apart from others? They're really just a basic, no frills beard oil with a scent that most people, like all the scents are different, but I have received a ton of comments about how much people like the scents over
And they're very
others.
lightly scented. Nothing is overwhelming at all.
Yeah, but it's literally like no BS beard oil. It does what beard oil is supposed to do. Hydrates the hair, hydrates the skin underneath, keeps it from itching, helps prevent dandruff, helps prevent split ends,
All natural.
and yeah, all natural, no petroleum
Coming up.
fillers in there, even
You
though it
need-
would
you
increase the
need your
profit
minute too?
margin, of course.
Oh, you want to see Dagger? you want
But
that
yeah,
Dagger.
it's just, it is what it is, and I don't make claims that it helps grow extra facial hair or doesn't help thinning spots, unless you have a skin issue that it remedies.
My favorite is Off Grid Evening. It's so nice. It's so nice. I also have it in a diffuser. So all of the beard oil scents are available in room diffuser scents. And I have the room diffuser and the off-grid evening. Yep.
You give Jen a smooch. Nate is so smitten. Come on, I paid $5 Canadian for this. Oh my gosh, you're hilarious. Oh,
I've never been paid to kiss someone before.
right. Me neither. Always heard
It's
of
like
it.
a kissing booth.
Right? It is kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, if you're the only one here, it works for me.
Right?
Oh, that's funny. What's with the claws, Dagger?
I've never seen a UFO.
Always purring. He still looks grumpy. Should have named you Grumpy
That's
Cat.
what I miss about Saber is the purrs. Oh my god, that cat would purr
Yeah.
and purr and purr and purr in my lap.
You talk on the Discord with the mods before the live about that other cat opening doors and
Yeah.
everything. Saber used to all the time. I wouldn't always close the camper door, but he would pull it open with his paw
And look in.
and look in. He at first he would like open it and just hop in and be like, "Hey, I'm here, ready for breakfast," and like I pretty much put a stop to that. I threw him out every time.
Sure.
So he would open it up and stick his head in the door.
Be
and
like,
just,
can I come in?
just sit there with this look on
Oh
his
my
face.
gosh.
It was pretty adorable.
I bet.
I don't think I ever got it on video. It always wasn't holding my phone or whatever when it happened, but
Aw,
it was adorable.
he's cute. He's
Mhm.
so sweet.
Very much so. Good evening, Minion from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Very
Awesome.
cool. Good evening. Minion says good evening, I think. Or Minion's eating peanut butter out of a
He's
Kong.
eating, yeah. Charlotte gets a Kong with peanut butter when she has to go in the kennel, and because she's still learning or just learning. And Minion's got a hold of it right now because she doesn't eat the peanut butter out of it until I get home.
Alright. Tyler for a gallon of smiles and the TRX. Well, thank
Awesome.
you. Appreciate that.
What are you doing? You
I'll be sure to
trying to get my dagger?
put some
Take it
some
easy.
mud on the fenders with that.
Take
Which
it easy.
basically I can do on my driveway or road driving
I was
like
gonna
a
say you
normal
already.
person.
There's already mud on the fenders.
Yeah. You guys harvest venison or any other local game? Venison, yeah. I didn't do anything this year. Can you please turn the phone sideways for live streams? I'm pretty much going off of the YouTube recommend settings. Hey, how's the bite healing? It's pretty much healed up. Yeah, it didn't puncture the jeans I was wearing at all, so there really was. Yeah, it made a mark, and that was it. Bought my first pair of Ultima boots thanks to you. Oh, that's cool. I haven't talked about those boots in forever.
Or your darn tough socks.
Or my darn tough socks. Which I'm not even wearing at the moment. That's crazy. Anyway, yeah, I love those Ultima side zip boots. I mostly wear slip-on shoes now, but I mean, I wore those boots for almost a decade, and I still have them, and they're still my favorite boot. And they're the whole reason I've rejected any brand deal sponsorships for other boots, because I just look at them and I'm just like, I just don't think I'm gonna like them as much as the other boots, and then I just can't.
Oh no, the
Can't do
Chiefs
it.
took the lead. That's not good.
Oh,
As is a Turkish Spotted Shepherd.
you. Really nice PC. What games do you play? 7 Days to Die is the game we're playing most on the PC right now, but we've been playing Stardew Valley on the Switch recently, and the Switch, yeah, I don't know, it crashes all the time. It's dumb. But you can do it from bed on a big TV, so it's cool. But I'm a PC gamer. Consoles convince me every time I interact with them why I'm a PC gamer.
Cook Minion Part 2. It's funny because Minion doesn't even go under this wood stove. His favorite spot in the camper was under the wood
It
stove,
was.
and in here it's nice and warm and comfy. And
I think it's
he
just not so
doesn't-
drafty. That
Yeah, he doesn't feel like he needs to. Charlotte goes under there once in a while, but that's because she can smell Dagger under the house through the vent that Nate
Mhm.
put there. And that's funny. That's
That
funny
is
when she
funny.
knows that he's under there. Oh, he's getting himself a bath. Kitty bath. Oh, he's so sweet.
What are you excited to grow in your garden? What are you excited to grow in the garden?
Pretty much everything.
I'm hoping for chocolate cake and raspberry truffles.
I told you if we get those berry bushes down by the pond taken care of and covered so that the deer don't get to them, I will totally make you fresh raspberry stuffs.
Yeah.
Or blackberries or whatever kind of berries those are, but they're definitely berries.
They are berries.
But the deer have gotten
And
into
they're
them.
raspberries.
And I kind of found where there's like 6 still viable bushes, so I just need to get them protected.
Yeah. How
And the
long did the water
fruit
heater
trees.
project take to actually build and assemble and put together? I would say maybe like 6 hours across a couple weeks. To actually think through it and design it and come up with it, like, and plan and hold random pieces, parts that I ended up never actually using. Like, it probably took me 40 hours of designing, configuring, changing until I came up with something I was happy with. So it took a lot longer to actually
Think
figure out
through.
all the details, yeah, to think through it, than it did to actually just do it. But I didn't want to just do something and then redo it 6 times because I didn't like it, because that'd be a waste. Opinion. Nate, been watching your content for about 6 months now, and I love every bit of it. Well, thank you, Hannah. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching.
I'm not the one with the honeydew list. They wanted to know how long my honeydew list is for you.
Oh,
I'm not the one with the honeydew list.
yeah. My honeydew list is basically I just keep putting stuff on my own list.
I need help with this. I need help with this.
Mhm.
If you could help with this.
Yep.
I could do this if you would do that.
Yep.
We just do things as a team. It works
We do.
best.
We do.
I have the things that I run off and do myself, and he has things that he does on his own, and a lot of things we just do together.
Yep. Just depends on the day and what exactly happens. Nate's got the honey. The honey, please do this.
Right.
That's right. Yep.
Oh my gosh, I was up for like 40 minutes last night whipping up some no-bake cookies and doing some things, and then I sat down, and as soon as I sat down, he says, oh, I need to get myself a drink, and he stood up, and I said, why didn't you just ask me to? He's like, because you're up doing all these things. He's like, the last thing I'm going to do is sit on my butt and ask you to get me something. I'm like, oh my God. I'm totally up.
Uh-huh. I'd feel
Every
weird.
man has a honeydew list 6 months long, right?
That's right. Been watching for months, just realized I was not subscribed. Love this channel lots. Well, thank you, Nathan.
Awesome.
Appreciate it. Mr. Ninjas, send a super chat. Guys, hope your night is grand. What's the plan for all the spook babies?
Hopefully keep them in one spot.
Mostly just thinking they're gonna be. I think it's not a viable egg sac, but I don't know. Like, basically, when they hatch out,
It's been like a month,
gonna have to do something. Yeah, it's been like a month.
at least.
It has.
Saber's been gone a month
Yeah.
today, so it's been at least a month.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We can't read comments this fast. And this is slow. You should have been here last week when you didn't have slow chat
Right.
on.
Oh, the whole deal is there's 900 people, almost 1,000 people in here, and every single one of them can type one thing every 20 seconds.
Jen, can you make us a baby? You send me the parts and I'll put it together.
Shay Dell, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it. We demand minion. Do you know cherry almond lotion prevents
Oh.
mosquitoes from biting? I think I heard that somewhere. Actually, you have over 1,000. Oh, I have like. How did you guys jump from like 1,000 to 1,250 all of a sudden?
I was gonna say I saw like 9 something the last time I looked.
Right.
The Chiefs took the lead and everybody shut their TVs off.
That could be. This could totally be related to the Super Bowl. It could be.
You just found your dog in a coyote trap. That's terrible.
Oh, that's crazy.
Sorry to hear that.
I found Minion in a fox trap one time.
Yeah, but you set the fox trap.
I did, and I found him in there 3 times in a day, and it was annoying.
Yeah, that trap didn't last long, did it?
No.
I remember that.
No.
Like, where is Minion? I bet I know where Minion is.
Uh-huh.
He's eating bait down in a fox trap.
The last time he was in there, he got scolded for eating the bait the first 2 times. And so he got himself locked in there, and he left the bait alone and just sat there looking guilty. He's like, I don't want to get in trouble for
Right?
eating
Yep.
this. And he's sitting there locked in it. I'm like, oh my gosh. It's hysterical. Made you move to the homestead lifestyle? When did you do it? What made me? I saw my career as a contractor was going to end up with me being 65 years old doing the same thing with my body worn out, falling apart. And I didn't want any part of it. And I wanted to buy land, and I just kind of wanted a different lifestyle, and I just, like, that was it. Like, I just went for it. Sold everything that had value in order to do it. And when did I do it? Almost 4 years ago. Where does the name Narrowway come from? The first property I looked at was actually in a different state, Pennsylvania, and it was on a road that was called Narrowway. And that sale almost went through 2 days before the sale was supposed to go through. They discovered the property had a mortgage on it, and it couldn't be sold. Like 2 days, 2 days before. The name was already picked out for the homestead, like everything was. But yeah, the name fits here because everything's Narrowway. And yeah, it's got some religious significance to me too. You either know exactly what I'm talking about or not. But it's a variety of things. Tips for starting with ducks. Tips for starting with ducks. Honestly, probably make sure you realize they're not chickens. A lot of people kind of view ducks and chickens as really similar, and they are, but like, yeah, I'm not sure if I just have specific tips.
Research. Do some research on what it is that you want first.
Yeah, I should do some more duck videos, educational videos again. They never perform well, but I feel like they help people out sometimes when they have that question and
For
wonder.
sure. For sure. And if you want eggs and you don't want the loud chickens and the scratching up your yard and everything, just yeah, look into it a bit.
Yeah, and some ducks will tear up yards more than others. Muscovy ducks, not too bad. Minion, would you explain what you were doing? Goofball. Oh my gosh, he's a mess. Maybe Spoot has a secret suitor, you never know. Well, apparently the way these jumping spider work is if they mate one time, they're good to reproduce, like the female's good to reproduce for the rest of her life then. Little known fact that I didn't know about. I hate ads. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. You have a drone. If not, you're interested in getting one. I think they're cool. I have a drone. Every video I've shot with the drone has underperformed every other, like well underperformed my average video. And they're more of a pain to shoot, film, set up, edit. So I just, yeah, was like, well, why bother then? If people just prefer me carrying a phone and a shaky hand over the drone, then I'm going to do that because that's easier. Minion is just being a goofball.
He is. He's all over the place.
He's all over the place.
He's amped about food and stuff right now. He
He
licked all the
is.
peanut butter out of that Kong. Now he's after this. She already licked that out too.
Yep.
So, but he
Man.
can tear it up.
I don't really like when you chew aluminum.
Let me be. Let me be.
Minion.
It's not, your dentist is not going to be pleased.
Dogs.
Man, no, bite it.
That's what he wants to do is bite it.
I know he does.
Minion. Unacceptable.
Look how he's holding it with
I
his
know.
paws. That's
He's got
hysterical.
his dew claw on each.
Side, yeah.
He's very. I've trained him very much to be extremely familiar with his feet and everything. And
He can get into anything. He's so funny.
Oh my gosh, he's a riot.
He's just food motivated right now.
He is. Got food brain. Love the channel. Keep up the great work, guys. What was that? Kombucha night. That's kind of cool. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it. Are you only reading super chats? No. I do specifically try to make sure I don't miss super chats. And then I get to talking, and then I talk about Minion, and then I miss a gazillion of your regular chats. And I hate that, but there's 1,600 of you hanging out in here right now. So
I just saw the top question of the night.
what's that?
How much of that durian candy do you have left?
I have two.
A whole freaking couple bags,
I
huh?
have 2 bags, and I've eaten like probably 5 pieces out of the 50-piece bags or whatever they are.
When Nate needs time alone, he knows exactly how to get it.
Right. Oh.
So I haven't put this video on YouTube yet, I don't think. It'll go out probably tomorrow or the next day. But he totally gave Minion a piece of that candy. And then he comes in here and he's like, get up on the bed and cuddle with Jen. And he's like, Minion, go see Jen, go see Jen. And Minion came over and stuck his face right in mine. And I was like, oh, you gave him that candy.
It was so funny. I wish I had been
Oh,
filming at
it
the
was
time. I didn't realize
terrible.
Minion was going to go right up and put his lips right up to her nose.
Oh, he came right up to me.
That's
I
what
was
he
like,
did.
man, that's dog abuse. He's like, he liked it.
He
It's like,
did.
what?
He did. He was loving it. Man.
I can't believe he smelled it and even attempted to try it. Yeah, Nate, you is right. That's right. Hello. Hello, Wisconsin.
Have you thought about adding tea to your coffee line for non-coffee drinkers? I have, and I might do that at some point. Probably be a bit. But I also like tea. Man, leave it alone.
Not the candy, that shit, right? Totally was. Oh my gosh.
You and that candy. Your reactions to that candy is just hysterical.
I wish I didn't react to it because you'd stop blowing your breath in my face when you eat it. Like
I did that
across
like
the
one
room.
time.
Across the room.
That was like one time.
No, you had to have been like
No. That candy has a very natural aroma and it carries all by itself.
It carries something.
Oh man. Absolutely love the channel. Thank you for all you do. Definitely a hit at the job site. That's awesome. Appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. Want to see what Minz is doing? Minz is sitting there staring at me after getting scolded for chewing on a sharp cat food can.
Go out.
He's never cut himself on it ever, and I'm always paranoid he's going to. We need to see our Lord. Minion, come. Come, hop up here. Minion. Take Jen's seat for a minute. Just for a minute. Yeah. You're trying to chew on an aluminum can. That's not cool. Yeah, how's it going? It's going good. You're the one with the hurt black and white cat. I'm the one with the missing black and white cat. I've been missing for a month now. Has arrived. Yes. Wow, I cannot believe this chat the way it rolls sometimes. Our Lord and Savior, Sir Minion. Minion. Look up here at the people. Yeah, look at them. They're happy to see you. They like Lord Minion. What's up, man? Love your shorts. Thanks. Appreciate you guys watching. Min's the star of the show. Yeah, I would go with that. He's the star. Bro, gorgeous beard and cute dog. Thank you. Where's the robot lawnmower at? Just hanging out because grass isn't growing. Like there's just no grass cutting to be doing. But come spring, Hank will get back to work. Hope Minion knows he's famous. I think he knows. I think he knows. You know. I think you know. What's up, my dude? Gonna crash for the night. All right, have a good one. Thanks for watching, hanging out for a bit. Love this channel more than any. Thanks. How am I growing the beard for? Probably 7-ish years, something like that. The first 4 years, I really like grew it this long and then aggressively trimmed back and forth. Like it could be a lot longer if I wasn't trimming so much the first couple years, but no news from our boy Saber. Nope, nothing. It's been a month. Nobody's seen any sign. Come here, come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, he's a heavy puppy. He's not heavy. He just likes to be dead weight sometimes. Shorts live. I think this is kind of like a shorts live. I'm not really sure how YouTube does it, but there's 2 different types of live options on YouTube. All hail Lord Minion. Type this in chat. You will receive 7 years of good boy luck, or else. Oh, that's funny. In the world, I need to say, Lord, please say this famous quote for me. Roll that beautiful bean footage. I have no idea. What's that quote from?
What?
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
I have no idea.
Well, I hope I said it somewhat correctly. Thanks for the super chat. Oh, hail Lord Minion, everybody's saying. So that super chat basically made everything get
It's all
spammed
about
for a bit.
Minion.
All about Minion.
Welcome to Narrowway supporters.
Baked bean commercial. Okay.
Baked bean commercial.
I'm gonna have to look it up. It's from a baked bean commercial.
Is it Bush's Baked Beans?
All hail the Lord Minion.
Oh my gosh, that's slow chat.
Yeah. That's just the quantity
That's what
of
happens
people.
when you have 1,700 people in here for a second.
Right.
That's good.
You did it. You did it. All right. Jen stepping in for the substitute for the slogan. Keep trying to get Minion to say it, but
Bush's Baked Beans.
Bush's Baked Beans.
What's Az doing? Go check out the TikTok live. He's laying, well, he was just in his bed, but I took Charlo out, so he got up. I don't know if he went back in there or not.
No, he's not in his bed anymore. Wandering, but not too far. Your videos helped me put a lot of my plans on paper. Thank you for that. You helped make sense of a lot of my bigger issues. Well,
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Very cool. I that's probably the thing that makes me the happiest is when people tell me that my videos somehow helped them sort through something, or plan to homestead, or start homesteading, or realize they don't want to homestead, whatever it is. Like, if I can bring some clarity to something, that's awesome.
Yes, Nate had Minion's DNA tested. That's how we know what he is.
I did. And he just keeps backing up.
Hi, Minion. Me and my mom love you. I'm Chloe. Hi, Chloe. Say hi, Chloe. Yeah, hi, Chloe.
How's the good truck going? It's good. It's going. When it goes. Jen's the last one that drove it. Almost 4 a.m. Can't sleep. This is great company. Love from Denmark. Awesome. Thanks for watching. Did I miss who put nails in your driveway? Sorry, I really was watching the Super Bowl commercials. So I didn't really say who put the nails in the driveway or not. It's totally related to the dog situation, but I believe that's resolved. Just some people were not on the same page over there. But it wasn't the neighbors, because the neighbors wouldn't have driven over the nails. They were the only ones that drove over the nails. Coming back here to make sure and resolve everything. So it should be over with. If it's not, we'll have to do something different. But finally ordered some of your coffee just now. Well, thanks, Edmund. I appreciate that.
So will he.
Right? For sure. Do you use beard oil? Yes. If I didn't use beard oil, that'd be a weird thing for me to own like a beard care product company if I didn't use it. Wait, hell, it's really you love your dog. Well, thank you. Hello from Wisconsin.
Awesome.
Well, that's not me.
Is that Charlotte?
Yeah.
What does she have?
She's rolling on a device that she probably wouldn't
Hey.
totally need to.
You should rub on that. I don't know what it is if you're rubbing around on clothes, but.
Where can I get the coffee? You can go to narrowwayhomestead.com. There should be a link somewhere on my main YouTube page. Where can I get the hat? And the answer is going to be the same for all these. narrowwayhomestead.com. One W in the narrow way. But you can find pretty much everything I have available product-wise on one website. Which is Baked Beans Commercial. Good to know. Let me see what's in your fridge. No.
What's in our fridge?
Right. I don't know what's in our fridge.
First of all, we don't have a normal fridge like you're probably
It's like a mini
thinking.
fridge.
It's like a dorm fridge
I do have
or camper fridge.
a regular full-size fridge that's completely empty. But it's because of the time of year and the power to run it. The quote comes from the Bush's Baked Beans commercial. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Your voice is TV worthy. Take advantage of it. Well, thanks. I'll have to watch it and see. You could announce that in all kinds of different ways. You could be like, roll that beautiful bean footage, or roll that beautiful bean footage. I could say it a lot of ways. She's looking at me like I'm nuts.
You do you. I listen to you voice over and repeat yourself and talk over yourself and stutter over your words and do all the bloopers. I get all of the fun.
Yep.
You do you. I love you for who you are.
Well, that's good,
I
because
don't care what you sound like, as long as you aren't screaming at me.
I could scream
See?
at you
We're good.
nicely.
Don't you scream at me nicely.
I might scream at you nicely.
Don't you scream at me nicely.
You will know that there's kindness somewhere in this very harsh and angry voice.
That's all in your eyes. It has nothing to do with your voice. All to do with your eyes. That's not working
I'm
either. Just
angry.
like you think your innocent look is innocent and it's not guilty. No, your innocent look is extremely guilty.
No, it's quite innocent.
He has this little look where he tries to look all innocent and childish and get his way, and I just know instantly that he's going to be guilty of something. He's trying to get his way.
Innocent.
Yeah,
I'm feeling you.
I can see it in there too. Yes.
Oh my.
Yeah, there's a Go Places Do Things Lord Minion t-shirt on the website. There sure is.
There is.
There sure is. That's the top selling t-shirt. He wants something in there.
Yeah, you can't have it.
Oh, he wants the toys.
Come here. Come here.
He's serious about it. Look at him. My cow. My moose.
Right. He's a mess. Oh my gosh, how many chats did we miss during my
Hey,
whole screaming
leave it.
at you thing?
Leave it.
Daniel, tell Jen she's a light in everyone's life. That's from Squishy.
Aw, saying squish.
Say cheeseburger. All right, I said it. We love you from Illinois. We actually started calling our 5-month-old son Minion.
Aw, that's funny.
Oh, that's hilarious. holy, you guys have a good place to do things. Lord Minion shirt on the site. Okay, no more super chats. I'm buying 5 of these. This is not a shameless plug. I'm just a super fan.
Oh, that's awesome. Enjoy your shirt.
Awesome. Thanks.
Mins, leave it.
Minion, come. Minion. Oh, did I use serious voice? Minion.
Don't stop by me. He comes to me when he thinks he's in trouble with Nate. It's so funny. Jen will protect me. She'll save me.
Oh, calm down.
And then he gets mad because I push him over to Nate. I'm like, nope, that's not who I'm calling.
You got,
That's not who.
you
He's
got
wound up.
stress and wound up issues.
Llamas?
Llamas? What?
Is he gonna get llamas? Do you want llamas? What do you think of llamas?
Llamas? Probably not. Yeah, I've just never had a desire for
Okay,
llamas.
you can't read chat anymore.
You can't?
Nope, they're telling you I got cooties and I can't have you knowing.
Oh. Uh-oh.
They think you do too.
Man, I'm
Have you
infected
been?
with cooties.
That's all right. As long as we both have them, we're good, right?
Pretty much.
All right.
I think we'll be okay.
Good.
Oh. Friend gave me Stardew Valley. Joked it was so I could practice making friends since I'm shy. Jokes on them because I only fish in game. Ignore the social aspect. What do you like best in the game?
That's funny because Nate did the exact same thing. I went straight to talking to people and I got to be able to get in their houses and in their rooms. I need to. He's like, don't give away my stuff. Like,
Well,
I've been mining and busting my butt to get this stuff. I'm like, but I can give it to him. We'll be friends. I can get in her bedroom and get the shorts. Like, I need to get in there. I need to get in there.
And I'm here like, hey, we need to have like crops so we can like
He wants to
somehow
farm, and I'm
possibly like make it through the harsh winter that may be coming we don't know about. And she's like, oh, we grew crops, and then she's running around town with it above her head like this and giving it to everyone she can possibly meet.
Mhm.
And then she's eating a lot of raw eggs.
And then all of a sudden, partway through the game, in like sometime into year 2 or almost into year 3, he realized, oh, this is an important part of the game. I got to do this. And now he's running around with things on top of his head. Oh, I know. He knows whose birthday it is. Oh, there's a leak in the machine. It's George's birthday.
How do I know that? Because we
Because it's a
made
leak.
1 million coins and got the endless statue thing.
Yep. And we get the birthday things, and you know whose birthday it is, and you're so funny.
They just had to wait a year or 2 until we got on our feet, and then we could give away all the
I
things.
said, I got to get the wedding ring recipes. Like, oh, I already got that. I said, oh, I need to make a wedding ring. He's like, I already made that.
Nope.
And then he's all disappointed because he didn't get to the Mariner to get the mermaids thing before fall ended, and now it doesn't rain in winter, so he can't. He has to wait. So he's all disappointed he can't get married. So he's figured out the social aspect was kind of important.
I have. But the mine's just totally changed now, and I can
Oh
go
yeah,
back to
we've.
mining,
Yep.
and I can mine glowy ores.
Yep.
Anyway, what else do I got? Man, I can't even keep up with the super chats right now. Maybe it's because I'm carried away. But waited 6 months to hear you say that quote. Now I can make it my ringtone. Thanks. Oh, that's hilarious. Awesome. I hope I gave you a good enough sample. Don't really have anything good to say, but I love your stuff, so I'm just sending some love. Well, thank you. I
That was
appreciate
good to say. That was something good to
That
say.
was something good to say. Gee, I'm on year 10 and you're already doing better than me. Well, there are two of us playing the game, but
It's totally different, I think, when you're playing with 2 of you on the same land.
and she
I
likes
could
to do different stuff than I do, so like I think
We have higher
complement.
skills in different things, and we're able to kind of bring it together. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of us doing the farming, one of us handling the animals. Like it's easier when you're not running it all on your own.
Yeah.
But we've probably been through 4 million gold on that thing already.
Say cheeseburger.
What new merch will be in the future?
It's coming. Stuff's
We got something coming for the girls.
You love your channel. Really cheers me up on a bad day. Love your dogs, especially Minion. Please read it and tell Lord Minion he's a lord. Lord. You already noticed, but you're a lord.
I'm not putting more logs on the fire. It's already warm in here. Warm.
Yep.
It's called Stardew Valley.
It
And
is.
it's fun.
It is fun. Yep. It's a blast. Spike collar for Az during the night so he doesn't get caught by the neck by coyotes. I don't think there's a coyote that could really do anything to his neck. Like maybe if he
wouldn't get
just
around
laid there,
its mouth wouldn't get around his neck.
he'd just grab a little bit of fur and
Coyotes out
loose
here aren't
skin.
big. What are they, 40 pounds?
If that. They can, yeah, like they can get up to that.
Yeah.
But like seeing a 20-pound coyote is
Not unusual.
not unusual at all. Like Minion's 18 pounds. Like
Got some of your coffee. Can't wait for my order. Much love from Callie. Awesome. Enjoy.
Thank you.
You're guaranteed to enjoy.
You should like it. Yep. Yeah, I'm very proud of my coffee line. I plan on getting any other animals in time until a bunch of like building and stuff gets finished up here. Yeah. Kind of I don't want to get too many animals and then I won't have time to build anything. That would stink. Have to go places, do things, but love y'all's channel on live. Have a great night from Texas. Thanks. Jake Taylor, thank you for becoming a Narrowway supporter. Appreciate
Welcome
it.
to the team.
Where do I make the coffee? It is, I mean, I've been roasting my own coffee for years. What are you flipping all around for, Paul?
Oh, he is just talkative.
He is. But a friend of mine roasts it in Michigan because he's got a food grade facility
He can do it the way we want.
and he can do it. Yeah, it's air roasted coffee, which I probably should like tell people in a video again because I haven't mentioned it in forever. But it's less acidic, better origin flavor than the traditional drum roasted coffee. Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
What temperature is it there now? I can't see the thing from here.
I think it's 45 outside, 75 inside.
Yeah. We get warm.
It's warm.
Did you shut
Stove's
it
fully
down?
shut
You
down
did.
and it's been fully shut down for an hour. It's only 82 in the chimney, so that stove is like
Hot.
pretty much out.
It's hot.
82 degrees inside a wood stove is not hot, that's cold. Cold. She's looking at me like I'm nuts.
It's only 11 degrees cooler than it is in this house. Ooh, he's howling again. Az is howling. Oh my god, that's a serious howl. That was
It is.
long. Did you hear all the tones in there?
If you're gonna go out, take this and connect it back.
Did you hear all the tones in there?
I did.
Stop. I gotta go check Az. Stop. No, you're gonna stay. You don't get to go.
He's probably howling at coyotes, if I had to guess. Last time I heard him howl, it was to coyotes. I'd be sweating. It's 58 in here. Yeah, it's pretty warm. Minion laying like that. Minion's funny in his laying positions. I'm saying what kind of light you use. Your long device for things bumping in the night. I use an Olight flashlight, not this one. I forget what the exact model is, but I use Olight flashlights for almost everything. Az outside barking, carrying on. Barking at what? Hard to say. Please, brother, I need you to respond. Well, there's a bunch of people in here, and I'm struggling to keep up with all the chat, but I'm trying. Unfortunately, that's the only comment of yours I saw. Az is massive. What a beautiful dog. He is. Thanks. Thinking about getting a new farm cat. Love your channel, by the way. Yes, I'll probably end up getting another pair of cats in the spring. Ever find Saber? No. Love you. Please respond. Hi. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you watching the channel. I mean, it makes me happy. I mean, it makes me happy too. This is the first live I caught you. Been watching for a while. Awesome. Sending my love to Saber. Thanks. I mean, he looks so chill. He's pretty chill right now. Hey, man, looks and acts identical. My old dog is now passed. It would be an honor to meet y'all one day. Huh, well, cool. We do a couple times a year do meet and greets, hang out in a public place just for a couple hours, and so keep an eye out. You never know. I've done meet and greets. Last year I did a bunch of meet and greets. Did one or two in West Virginia, Wisconsin, Washington, Montana. I probably won't have anywhere near the tour schedule or whatever this year, but last year I got around and got to meet some people from parts of the country I'm not usually in. Nate, love your vids. Can't wait to get the cowboy hat in your store. Much love to you all. Oh, thanks. I think I have 10 or 11 of them left. I'm not sure. I haven't personally checked the inventory in a while, but they're just like the one I normally wear, with the exception that they don't have the barbed wire and the rings. However, you can totally add it if you so desire. But Jen and I personally branded the hats on the website over a year ago, right here in this building on this wood stove before any of this was finished, and it was just like a warehouse with a wood stove in it. So they're pretty cool. There's a few left. We'll probably do it again. Awesome, you got it to connect to him again. I don't know why I disconnected. Probably because he was in his house for so long.
He's hanging out on this ridge again, like laying down out at the edge of the woods.
Okay.
So I moved the live so they could see him, but he's all over the place.
He's all
It's hard
over.
to tell. Yeah, I
Yep.
told them, I'm like, as soon as I walk away, he's gonna move. So
Mm-hmm.
never caught a live before. Well, welcome.
Welcome. Spike collar for S. The coyotes can't get his neck. He'll probably get one at some point, but it's honestly more likely he's going to end up. I don't know how often he'd wear it, because he may end up. More likely he'd end up gouging somebody like me or Jen or Minion with a spike collar than it would actually help protect him when he already outweighs the coyotes by 4x. Want a turkey paws now? I can understand why. They are amazing dogs. You do a cowboy hat in white? No, at this point, the only one I have are these black ones. I think I'm down to one size, and I think there's like 11. I'm probably off because I haven't.
There's like 11, and
Looked
they're
in the
medium or
orders
large, one of the
recently.
two. But yeah, there's not very many of them.
Nope. I did just tell them we branded them all personally a year ago, right here in this very building that didn't look anything like this.
Nope, we had to move clutter and tools and everything
Yeah.
out of the way to find a place to sit down. And
It was cold, even though we had the fire going.
yeah. Super Bowl into overtime, 19, all 3 seconds left in regulation. Well, what's the score? I need to know who's winning. Well, I guess if it's going into overtime, they're tied. Who's got the ball? What's going on?
So Az has a live channel, yes. At the moment anyway. My page on TikTok is live watching Az, or if he stays in the screen. Part of how I'm, obviously I have a stuff too, but can't see because of the reflection.
And he's not there, and it's just dark.
Yep, but you can hear him barking.
Boop the snoot. Booped. You've been booped.
19 to 19 right now, they're saying. Cool.
Are the cats okay? Dagger's just fine. He's right here.
Yep. Never caught a live cast. Welcome. Saber will be missed. Most definitely Saber will be missed. Yep. First live, can you say hi to Minion for me? Minion, people are saying hi. Minion's like, that's nice, I'm being slouchy.
Hi.
He's being so slouchy. You're being slouchy. Alright, you can slouch. That's okay. Love what you're doing, dude. Let the haters hate. Well, thank you.
Is not Minion one of your official pages?
Appreciate it.
No, that is not one of Nate's pages.
No. Yep, I do let the haters hate because you really can't stop it anyway, and sometimes they give me a good intro into an entertaining video. So, in a way, haters help me occasionally.
Keeps you from having to think of content because
Mm-hmm.
they give it to you.
They often give it to me. Read this. Please give Minion a pat. Must know how is Spoot? Spoot's good, as far as I know. She's mostly in a web. Think she ate a fly today.
I think she did too.
Well, I mean, I only think so because you think so, because you're the one
Oh.
that saw.
Yeah.
And you
totally.
told me.
It's stuck there. Whether she ate it or not is a mystery.
Best is slouchy boy. We need a tactical go places, do things backpack. That'd be cool. Super Bowl just went into overtime. Well, it's a good thing I wasn't waiting to start my live until the Super Bowl was over or something.
Right.
I'd be waiting and waiting. But I was kind of hoping, and there is less people here than there was last time. I was kind of hoping to be a slightly smaller live, although the numbers jump all over the place. We just went from 800 to 1140, according to this possibly delayed thing. But anyway, appreciate you guys all hanging out. The slower chat has helped a little bit, but it's still. Thank you to the mod. I'm glad to know the animals are fine. Yes. Thank you to the mods. Very important
Yes,
point.
we appreciate the mods.
I appreciate my mods hanging out. I'm sure some of them are not here watching the Super Bowl, but appreciate you guys. Breed is your dog? Depends on the dog you're asking about. Min's a mix, and Az is a Turkish Boz Shepherd. Yeah, chat moving real fast. I can barely keep up. Yeah, I hear you.
And it's on slow chat.
It's on slow chat, yep. Thank you for sharing your life with us. Enjoy your evening. Thank you. Give Lord Minion a flaming yawn for 2 million subs. I think that's a good plan.
He would love that.
He would love that.
Oh, there's 2 or 3 mods in here right now. We have a
Yeah.
whole handful of them, but Super Bowl Sunday and changing platforms and
Yeah.
you know.
Yep. Some of them just really prefer TikTok and.
Minion was his first dog.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Been off grid our second time for 21 months. Cool.
Nate tried to trap predators one time. The only thing he caught was a minion 3 times.
Yep. That's what I caught was Minion.
Wagyu for 3 million for sure. Absolutely.
Oh, I love the people using all the little
Emotes.
Minion pictures, the little
Yeah,
emotes.
Emotes are awesome. They loves you, Minion. Yes, they loves
Man,
you.
your emotes are on the screen.
They loves you. They're sending pictures of you. Yeah, they're sending pictures of you.
Lord Minion reminds me of my dachshund buddy.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're sending pics.
What is the hardest part of maintaining the homestead, and what did you find easier than you thought? The hardest part of maintaining it is just all the time you have to put into stuff that people don't really think about having to do, like
Maintaining a driveway that washes out or gets ruts.
Yeah, a half-mile long driveway takes a lot of time every day doing firewood, cleaning out the chimney, not every day, but that's occasionally adding water to the water heater just because of the way it is. Like all these things are just a little bit here and there, but it's mentally almost overwhelming to try to remember and keep on top of. That's probably like the most difficult thing is just staying on top of all the little stuff. Next thing you know, it's like 11 in the morning and I haven't done any like actual real work because I spent 3 hours like fooling around with what seems like nonsense. Um, that's how I feel about 11 in the morning anyway. But yeah, and then the other part of your question, what did you find easier than you thought? The fact that like most of the stuff I put together um, hasn't been a real big pain to maintain. Like the solar hasn't been a big time consuming thing 3 years in. The water, same deal. I'm sure as those systems age and get to approaching like 10 years old, it's probably going to be different. But plans? You plan on making any more hats? Jen and I have talked about making more of these custom branded hats. We've talked about it. There's again like 11 or something out there. Whether we will or not, I don't know. Problem is, they sell better in the winter than they do the summer. So if I get a bunch and make a bunch, say in the next month, we might end up sitting on a pile of hats until it gets cold enough that people are like, "Oh yeah, we would like to buy those." Just the practicality of it. Plus, well, a lot of people think those hats are cool. Like a lot of people are also like, "Well, it's just not really the type of hat I would wear," and I get that. So like, it's nothing I put out in huge quantity. Any news on Saber? No news on Saber, unfortunately. Yep, I'd love to know. I'd love to know too. The wife's unchanging expression kills me. She's just hanging out, reading the chat. That's a lot of chat rolling.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm just like totally staring at the chat and watching it move.
Yep, too for the most part.
Do you have a dog?
Do I have a dog?
Do you have a dog?
I don't know if I have a dog. I have a lured minion and what appears to be a horse or polar bear outside.
That's a lion.
A lion. Could be a lion. Need a cookbook of Jen's recipes. $5 super chat. We've been talking about it. We'll see.
What?
Cookbook of Jen's recipes.
Oh. Yeah,
Super
we've
chat.
talked about it.
We've talked about it. We'll continue to talk about it. It may happen. But it's hard to have everyone ask about Saber all the time. So honestly, it's harder to open the door every morning and not see Saber and like all the little things, the times I would encounter him, like, so like, yeah, people comment all the time. It doesn't really bug me as much as the fact that like I just look everywhere and he's not here and I'm just
I look for him too.
like, that's the part that really bugs me. So like the comments on videos and people constantly bringing it up like doesn't phase me because it's always like, I feel like it's always in my face just because
Because he's not
he's
here.
not here. Like, so
We've got his bowl is here. Like, yeah, there's.
yeah, there's just stuff everywhere that.
He was. Yeah.
Yep, he was very unique. Him and Dagger are both very different cats, and they both had their own cool quirks. Squishy says she'll buy 1,000 copies.
1,000 copies.
1,000 copies. So sorry you guys are going through that. I had my dog go missing years ago too. Yeah, that stinks. Saber will eventually show up. He's a strong boy.
We sure hope so.
I hope so. I hope he makes me look like an idiot for doubting that he is out there surviving and living life. I hope so.
¿Cómo se dice español?
Hmm?
I guess not.
Guess not. I know what Espanol means. But...
They asked if you speak Spanish, so I asked you in Spanish. And you said, huh? So I guess not.
I just tried to buy a hat, but my size was sold out. Got some coffee though. I'd pay direct for a hat for sure. I'll keep that in mind. It's probably gonna take me, like, if I decide tomorrow to do hats, it'll probably take me a month to get them to actually show up here, and who knows when we'd actually sit down and brand them all and box them, and it's a whole process to to do. But I've done it. I've done batches of hats. I think this last one was like the 4th batch I've ever done. I might, if I did it again, I'm probably honestly gonna retire the like it'll still be the same hat, but I think I'd do something different on the front of it besides Narrowway Homestead, just to help keep. I like to do limited edition stuff, so people that end up with a hat that has this exact brand on it, like, that's just an early on. Yeah, I like the limited editions because it's more fun. I've done the same with t-shirts. There's people out there that have t-shirts that, like, some of the very first shirts that were released, different labels on the beard oils and stuff. People purchase those, and at least one person in particular I know was buying one of everything or 2 of everything, one so he could keep as a collectible and one to use.
Happy birthday, Melissa.
So I try to keep it fun. If people want to keep them as collectibles or something by chance, then they have something original. Stagger doing okay without Saber. He's adapting okay.
Are you surviving, Dagger? Are you doing okay?
I think he's dreaming.
He is doing something.
That's funny.
Yep, he was out.
Yeah, he was out like a light.
Precious baby.
Still no update on Dagger. Well, there's no update on Saber, but Dagger's right there.
There's Dagger.
Magnet fishing for driveway nails, right? Pretty much did that.
No, let him be.
Hey, Petrosky, you should take custom hat commissions, like custom hat orders. I could do that. I could do like a pre-order thing. I could.
Do you prefer cats or dogs?
I really can't pick. Like,
Before you had your own animals, you probably would have said cats.
I would have said cats in a heartbeat.
But now he's got his dogs. It's so different.
And they're
They're
both
so
like
different animals altogether.
like, and both of my dogs are so different from each other, but like they're both super awesome in their own unique. Yeah, like I couldn't have much more of an extreme.
Hi, Dagger. Yeah, she's getting excited. She's a little jealous.
Nails in the
that
driveway. Any
she's a little
update?
jealous that you're-
Not really. Other than I don't think it's gonna happen again. And if it does, I'll have to respond far differently than I did. Do you have a metal detector to see if there's any hidden under dirt? I do have a metal detector. I've thought about going out there and checking it. Get a crown and put it on Lord Minion. He has a crown. He's worn it in a video or 2. Where did Minion's name come from? It came from the
Despicable Me.
Despicable Me movie. Marlon sent a super chat. Thank you. The dog Marlo. Give him a shout out. He's a dachshund and really small. Milo. It's probably Milo. What's up, Milo?
Dagger's a male.
Took the high road. You're good, peeps. I tried to choose the most peaceful like option without like totally just rolling over and being okay. In this particular instance, I thought no retaliation, escalation would probably be fine. I think this individual just was just extremely emotional, wanted to send a message and probably got over it and moved on. And no reason to stir the pot, if you will. Nate, love your videos. Can you pet Minion for me? Pet. I only got a fish tank, slowly built it into a pond. I know you have a pond, but grew it. Just everything I'm trying to do, like reconnecting. All right, I think I'm back. Got internet hiccups, guys.
Oh, you're fine. He's okay. Stop.
Anyway, what was I saying? Try again. Why haven't you got a fish tank? Just too busy to to mess around with a fish tank, but I used to have fish as a hobby and fish tanks. And when I build my main house, there's
We
going to
will
be a
have a fish
super cool
tank.
fish tank. Hmm?
We will have a fish tank.
Mm-hmm. It's the plan.
Settle.
Why TikTok live outside? Because TikTok was
Enjoying it.
over. Yeah, they were, but they were also overly sensitive to um, my live content and threw me off of live for a week. So now
Oh,
instead of
they don't get the fun part.
yeah, like if they're just gonna threaten my entire account over something that should be totally fine on a live, then I just have to adapt and not put TikTok on anything that could possibly be considered controversial.
Shame on you, TikTok.
Basically.
You're
Basically.
fine. You're fine. You didn't want up here until he got up here anyway. You're fine.
Just so you ladies, animal control video, did the pup break skin? It did, but it didn't break the jeans. So like the denim was like perfectly fine. Yeah, it was perfectly fine. Like the dog's mouth did not make contact with me, and it barely broke the skin, and it did bruise, but it was fine.
Get down.
Nate, love your videos.
Get down.
Pet Minion. I may have already pet him with this comment, but I'm going to do it again. Y'all are watching the Super Bowl. No, we're not.
Yeah, I'm talking to Charlo. She's whining and wants up on my lap now because I have Dagger. Is the TRX the only car y'all own? No, Nate has 3 trucks and I have a car.
Yep. Got 2 essentially beater trucks, and then I have the T-Rex. Does Minion do tricks? He does. He does. Scroll back through the videos. You'll find some tricks. Lord Minion deserves all the pats. He does deserve all the pats. He's like being funny and grumbly at the moment.
If he scratches me because of you, Charlo, I'm gonna beat you down.
Oh. How you doing, Dagger?
Are we good if you stay? You can stay. As long as you're respectful, anybody can stay.
Right. Charlotte ever interact with ads? She does. Not like a lot, but could Saber be breeding? It's possible. A month is like extreme, but
This is Dagger.
you should get a throne for Minion to sit on. That's an excellent idea, and it'll probably happen sometime.
Lots of first timers in here. First time
Yeah.
I've seen you all over. Nate is a baller. Go Nate. Go Nate.
Go, Nate.
Ooh, ooh.
Wish I could have a one-on-one combo with you. I hear ya. I get a lot of requests for that, and like, I feel bad that I can't like spend 5 minutes a day with each person that asks, but like, yeah, I don't know. It's really bizarre having so many people interested in wanting to talk about. Tried to order a cowboy hat. There's an issue. Sent you a message on Instagram to resolve. Not major.
I won't probably see an Instagram message. If you could email me at narrowwayhomestead@gmail,
Yeah.
I will
Check the
get into
email
that tomorrow.
addresses. But yeah, if you can email narrowwayhomestead@gmail.com, that's the best
Or
way.
even the chat through the website works too. Either one.
Yep. Instagram messages are crazy. Like,
It's because you're a baller.
oh, you're hilarious. Thanks.
Oh.
What breed is Jen's dog? She's a Cocker Spaniel.
American Cocker, yep. If you saw an English Cocker or a different Cocker Spaniel, you would know why I say American. It makes a big difference.
I'm sure.
A lot of people from one of the videos you did where you said she was a Cocker Spaniel, a bunch of people from the UK were like, she's a
That's not
different
a
looking
cocker.
Cocker Spaniel. She doesn't look like a Cocker Spaniel's
Right.
from here. I'm like, she's not an English Cocker Spaniel. She's an American Cocker Spaniel.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference. There's a
I'm
difference.
sure.
Oh, you're so sweet, Dagger. You're so sweet. Yes, you are. Yeah, such a sweet boy.
First time
Fixing
catching
off.
a live, man. Love the channel. I recently moved out of West Virginia. I'm from Lincoln County. Well, cool. Thanks for watching.
Oh, you're gonna roll over. He's snuggling in.
He is. You super happy?
I was.
Like, oh, I'm thinking about getting up.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, maybe I won't.
Wake my tail.
Dagger is so baby. He's very cuddly. I mean, you know, he's still a cat, so he cuddles on his terms, but he's very cuddly.
The only interactions I've ever had with these cats was them just snuggling with me ever since they were kittens, because I wasn't out here full time, so I didn't do the like daily thing with them. Get down. I've always just played with them and cuddled and snuggled with them, so. And usually it was Saber. It was always Saber would curl up on me.
Mm-hmm.
So.
How are the ducks doing? They're good, except for one who's happened to have both of her feet die off, presumably from frostbite. It's the only thing I can think.
But the rest of her won't, like, she's fine.
Right?
She's so funny. She reminds me of a little wind-up duck. How they only have, like, the connection of the legs at the body, so when a little wind-up duck walks, and then when it sits, its feet just kind of, like, plop out, and it sits. And that's what
Yeah.
she does. She doesn't bend and sit. She just plops back.
Flops.
She just, like, falls.
Uh-huh.
And she gets up fine, too. Yeah, I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know.
I mean, you're getting warm. Nate, long time watcher. Hope you find Saber soon. Hope Minnie and Az are good. Thank you. How did you two meet? We met on TikTok. Yep, met on TikTok. That someone could 3D print some duck feet. It's possible something like that could take place. I don't know. I'll probably make a video about it before too long. Are you hot and need to get down? You can get down. Looks like Az is just hanging out, probably just off camera.
What made me want to homestead? Nothing. I just wanted to be with Nate. And I told him I was willing to give homesteading a shot. I'm not afraid of anything out here. Or of what he's doing, or... I would say probably the biggest change in lifestyle, aside from just not like being right next to any store I want, is that I'm actually meal planning now. Like every 7 to 10 days, like writing out a list of what our meals every day are going to be, and then getting everything ordered and running into town to grab it all and get it back out here, and remembering to take stuff out of the freezer so that I actually have a meal to prepare that evening is a challenge sometimes.
Right.
It's like, oh, we're having tuna sandwiches on bagels tonight because I forgot to take the chicken out of the freezer. Okay.
Right.
Nate doesn't complain about anything.
If it's food, I'm good with it pretty much. I don't even know what that means. Want to be a baller? Shot color 20-inch blades on the Impala.
You know what an Impala is?
I do.
You know what 20-inch blades are?
No idea.
Does that have something to do with the rims?
Possibly. Sort of what I'm thinking, but yeah, I don't know. I live in the middle of the woods. I feel like I wouldn't know about all that.
Yeah.
Yep. Ever tried buying bulk butcher cut meat?
It's a song they
I'll
said.
have to. It's a song.
All right. We really
Okay.
wouldn't know that.
Yeah, for sure not.
Unless it's done with like bagpipes and flutes
And electric guitar
and
and
electric
drums.
guitar and drums, you probably wouldn't hear it yet.
Yep. I like interesting music, like folk metal music. As where are you going? Why aren't
And
you
pirate
barking?
songs.
And pirate songs, yes, pirate songs.
Very first pirate song I ever
Pirate
heard
metal.
in my life was Nate, and the song is, you guys can look it up, it's called Zombies Ate My Pirate Ship. And if you don't want to listen to it twice, something's wrong with you. Even if
That's
it's not your
hilarious.
style of music, something about it is going to be catchy, and you're going to be like, I got to hear that twice just to do it. Because zombies ate my pirate ship.
Mhm.
So why not?
And he's so mad. He's so upset.
Oh, he's
about
so
it.
mad. It's funny. It has good sound. It's good.
Mm-hmm. Hailstorm for the win. That's right. It is a hailstorm song. Somebody knows it. Somebody in here
And what's
knows it.
funny is Nate was visiting me in Wisconsin, and we went out to this little bar. I was like, oh, we'll just go out to this bar. Like, it's not a dive bar, but it's out in the country. I'm like, it won't be busy or anything. It'll be kind of chill. We'll just hang there. So we go there, and they had a jukebox, and it's online. And Nate is looking through it, and wouldn't you know, he finds an Hailstorm song on the
did.
jukebox.
I don't know what it was. It wasn't
It
one
was
of the
something
good
you hadn't
ones,
heard
but
before or
yeah.
something, yeah. But he played it, so of course we're in this middle of this country bar, and it's actually a sports bar out in the middle of the
It
country,
is.
and he plays an Hailstorm song, and everybody just got quiet.
Yep.
It was funny.
I did it from my phone. Nobody knew who
It was
played
hysterical. I'm sure if they looked around, they knew who played it.
Yeah,
Are
I
you
don't-
two together? I thought you broke up because of family issues. I don't think you're talking about me. Nate and I have never had issues of any sort.
Nope. Wedding. Probably not a wedding.
No, but thank you.
Yep. Do you bow hunt? I've hunted with a crossbow before, but I prefer, gunpowder and lead. But bows are cool. They're fun. I've just never actually hunted with one.
Oh, you have to say that one.
Can we get a that's good? Yes, you can. Somebody said Chiefs win the Super Bowl.
Oh no!
I thought you didn't care about either team.
I told you I was okay if the Chiefs didn't win.
Well,
I didn't care about either team, but I prefer the Chiefs not win. And now, of course, I can just see the whole drama that's gonna go about. The only reason they won was because of Taylor Swift. Oh, you don't have to pet me and pat me. The Packers weren't even in it. You didn't pet me and pack me when the Packers lost in the playoffs.
I didn't know until a week after they lost.
You still didn't pet me and pat me for that. You owe me a pet and pat.
All right,
All right.
no problem. Got you covered.
Good.
We'll do that one later.
I'm talking to you.
Talking to you. We'll be switching all the lives to YouTube permanently. So pretty much my weekly live, yes, it's
The
the
Swifties
plan.
won the Super Bowl. See, I told you it's going to be a Taylor Swift thing now. Game was rigged for sure. Yep. Here it comes. Bring it on, guys. Let me
Here
know
we
how
go.
Taylor Swift paid for the Super Bowl Super Bowl
I'm sure it'll
outcome.
be a whole.
Yep.
Love the Homestead
right.
so much. Thanks for sharing. You're
Just as
welcome.
long as she doesn't date anybody from the Dallas Cowboys, we're good.
Right.
We don't want them to win. So, how does the water taste with the chlorine in the water? You can't taste the chlorine in the water that we drink.
It's because the chlorine's been removed from the water that we drink.
It goes through reverse osmosis. And I've been drinking this water for over a year. And
I am
I'm just
drinking
fine.
the water. I'm just reusing this can. 'Cause I like to drink water out of aluminum cans.
He does. He's funny. We've got all these big all of these bottles. We've got like 8 or 10 of these bottles, and he puts his back in aluminum.
Yep. I don't know why. I just like the aluminum. What's up? Show me your best Riz, please. I save all my best Riz for Jen.
He's got Riz.
First heard that term, I had to look it up because I was like, what are people talking about?
Do I like Nate's beard? I love Nate's beard.
Mm-hmm. Weird taste. Funny Jen.
Why so many ducks? There aren't enough ducks. There's only 22.
Yep.
Stick around, and this spring you'll see more hatches.
Yes.
We want ducklings.
If I can keep track of all of them. You know, I mean, there'll still be ducklings, but.
Well, we might not. You might not have as much control as you've had in the past because we plan to let them be, but
Yep.
they'll still be around.
Yep. My 17. Oh, here we go. What's going on? What's going on?
Ha ha ha! I love the orange one. I read it already.
Oh no, I don't care about the Super Bowl hold up. A lot of recommend rec from wannabe baller shot color 20-inch blades on the Impala.
Uh,
Oh, that's funny.
we're gonna have to look that song up now.
We're gonna have to. 17-year-old cat disappeared for months. Had cancer, needed daily meds. Had a kitty funeral with friends.
Little
Effer
effort.
waltzed in on his service like being 3+ months was no big deal. Typical cat. That is a typical cat.
Yeah, most people
I
who
hope-
said their cats disappeared for any length of time said that when they showed up like they hadn't been anywhere.
Yeah. That's cats for you. I'm watching As Wonder. It's not going too far. It's about at the edge of where I want him to go. I sent the email. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it.
Okay, I'll check it.
We'll check that out most likely tomorrow and get back with you.
Tell us about the lip ring, Nate.
It's a ring and it's in my lip and I don't know.
He was live one day and he took the ring out of his hat and stuck it in his lip. And everybody, I mean, the chat was nuts for an hour about it.
They were.
And then I
Everybody was
said something
like,
to
"You
him
got a
about it. And he's
piercing."
like, yeah, he's like, I always kind of wanted a lip ring. And I said, well,
Yeah.
I really liked it. Like, I think it looks nice. I like it. So that'd be okay if you got it pierced.
And I was like, cool. I've kind of sort of wanted to do that for like 15 or 20 years or something, but just never did it. So I did it.
He was in the city with me and I said, I always want my eyebrow pierced. Let's go do it.
Yep.
So we did it.
We did it. And then everybody's like, what's your next piercing? What other piercings are you going to get? And I'm like, but I wanted this one for 20 years and I waited 20 years and finally got it. Like, and I have no current desire for any other. So
Yep.
probably won't get any more. I don't know. Who's your best friend? My best friend is Jen.
Yep.
Cat went missing for a few weeks or a month or so, and one day showed up at the back door like normal. Don't lose faith. Yeah, I've not totally given up, but like,
We have to have our minds in some sort of a.
I have
We
to be.
can't just hope to see him every day.
Yeah, I have to be somewhat realistic about it all. You know, and when he shows up, it would completely shock me, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay
Oh
with
yeah,
being
me
totally
too.
shocked.
Me
with
too.
him
Like,
showing
am I
up.
really seeing him there?
Like,
Right,
I
yep.
won't be upset. I won't be like, oh man, I was sad and everything. Like, no, I'll just be happy.
No.
So, thought I was your best friend. Squishy. Chiefs just won the Super Bowl. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that. Nails in the driveway. Yeah, nails were in the driveway. That's right.
Do you still talk to people you used to work with?
Yeah. Yep. Not like particularly. Actually, a number of my customers I still talk with, like, and some other contractors I worked alongside with on jobs. Yeah, I was actually texting with one of my former customers I did a basement with today. I think it was today I sent him a text. Maybe it was yesterday, last night. But yeah, I still keep in contact with people. How did you come up with a name for the homestead? It had to do with the property I thought I was gonna get was on
Narrowway Road or something.
yeah, I think it was just Narrow Road. But I just liked that and then like came up with the name, stuck with it even though that property wasn't the property I ended up acquiring. And the road here is very narrow, my driveway's narrow. So it all works out.
I've braided Nate's beard in the past. I'll probably do it
She
again
has.
this summer.
I'm sure she will. Yep. That'd be like I'm totally growing out the
Underneath, yeah.
underneath. I wonder how that'll work into the whole braid thing. Braid
It'll
it
just
independently.
pull further. It'll just be thicker.
That makes sense. Braid your beard. She's done it. We'll do it again. Yep. Hi. What? Hi, Austin. I think I missed. Sometimes I read the super chats out of order. I'm crazy. That's okay. Somehow it works
Jen
out.
for president. Oh Lord, you don't want that. I might be the chef in the White House, but I don't know about the president.
You're good enough to be a chef in the White House.
I could do that.
If you really want that, I'll build you a White House and you can be a chef here.
We're not getting hitched. Neither one of us have any intention of being married again. Like, that's not important to us. Just being together and happy and living a life together
Yep.
is all that's important to us.
The official paperwork
I don't care about all that.
and stuff, like, just isn't in the whole ceremony of a wedding. Like, neither of us have any big desire for either of it, so. Married is overrated. Pretty much. I mean, like, if you want to do that, that's cool. Like, I'm not, like, anti it for whatever, but I just, me personally, never felt the need, and she felt that way, and the only reason we've even
It's a
talked
lot of pressure
about
and stress and just all kinds of things that you really don't need. I mean,
yeah,
we've both agreed that if either one of us at some point was like, all right, I really think we need to, and this is why, or whatever, that we would rediscuss it. But
we haven't had that happen. The only reason we keep discussing it is because the chat keeps asking.
right,
us.
yeah, yeah.
But-
aside from that, we're totally cool. Like,
Tax break is nice. It can be. There's advantages to legally being married and advantages to not legally being married. It just depends. I know of some people that have actually been married for like 50 years and got divorced towards the end of life, but still stayed together because it was a benefit in some way, healthcare, otherwise.
how many pets do you have? I love your animals, but I want to know how many. So we've got 1 cat, 3 dogs, and 22 ducks right now.
Something I was going to respond to. Hair care for ladies soon. Yes. Keep your eye out for videos and stuff.
Very shortly to hit the
shortly.
website, and there'll be a video out.
I'll cover up the stuff. This bottle has something to do with it. It doesn't have it. I'm not releasing any names or any info just yet, but we're just about at the release date.
No, we won't get a horse. A horse is really just a money thing. Neither one of us are big into horse riding. And aside from that, what are we going to do with it besides just feed it?
Feed it and brush it because we need something else to do.
Yeah. Nope. I'd rather do that with cows that I can get milk from, or something that's somewhat productive. A horse just wouldn't be productive out here. If Nate was going off into other fields every day to do things and stuff, it might be worth having a horse.
And like if gasoline disappeared from the face of the earth and I couldn't move
And
a
we
vehicle,
need to get around. Yeah,
you know.
that'd be different. But yeah, horses wouldn't. Just not
Yeah, it's just
not the thing to have out here, really.
mostly like I've set up this lifestyle so I don't have to go anywhere, and a horse, like the primary reason to have them is to go somewhere with
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
And Mean Tax from AKM Gaming, thank you. Mickey Cloud sent a super chat. Javier said Lord Minion stickers. We do have Minion stickers. She smiles at me.
No, I just want to laugh because so that's Javier,
Oh,
which is Spanish, which is why the J is Javier.
that makes sense.
Which just made me laugh because that person earlier asked, "Do you speak any Spanish?" And I asked you in Spanish, and you said, "Huh?" And then you
Right.
called him Javier. And so it all just
That's
fit
pretty
together
funny.
that no, you don't speak any Spanish.
No, none at all whatsoever.
But that's okay because I worked with a guy named Jaime, and I called him Jamie for the longest time and didn't understand why his name wasn't spelled right because it wasn't spelled proper for Jamie.
Okay.
And then I realized that his name was Jaime
Oh,
because it was Hispanic. It wasn't
right.
Jamie.
Like I know.
And then I felt like an ass. It's like,
Right,
okay, so the
right.
same thing. I bought produce for a huge company for years, and for the first 4 months I ordered jicama instead of jicama. And nobody
told you.
ever said anything to me that it wasn't jicama. And finally, when
Right.
somebody did, I was like, "You've been listening to me over this cubicle for 4 months, and you're just telling me today
now.
that they're not shit take mushrooms and jicama. They're shiitake and jicama."
Oh,
And I'm
that's
supposed to
funny.
be professional over here.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
I had fun learning produce. Oh, my goodness.
I bet you did.
Yep.
I bet you did.
Yep.
Hi. All right. Where am I? You accepting applications for minion bodyguards? I hope it doesn't come to that, but it's entirely possible. I entertained the idea of putting a video out and saying, "Hey, fill out this application. I'd like to fill the woods with about 200 to 500 people to hang out for a couple weeks. You know, who wants to come?"
S2,
I've entertained the
S2
idea.
bien sombrero. Something about your hat. I like your hat, I think. S2 bien sombrero. I think that means I
Oh.
like your hat. I think.
That could be. I have no idea.
Or your hat is
Apparently,
cool.
you know,
One of the two.
you know a little
I know
more
some Spanish. I know
than-
some,
than I
and
do.
I'm a lot better at listening. Like somebody can tell me something, and I can usually understand what they're saying, but I have to respond in English. Either that, or I'm responding like a kindergartner, because
Right.
my grammar when it comes to Spanish is null and void. That's really because Spanish was my first class of the afternoon in college after lunch. And remember what I told you I did at lunch? I found the student union building and played pool, and then I
Yep.
would miss Spanish.
Right.
And one time, Mandy, who was a 4-year Spanish student, went into my college class and wrote this big message in Spanish on the board. And when the class started, the professor stood up there and made us all correct her errors.
Really?
Yes. And I was like, "Mandy, you totally botched your whole thing, and we all had to correct that crap. Thanks."
Oh my. That's funny.
Everybody's telling you all kinds of things in Spanish now. I have no
Right.
idea what that means.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny. Oh, I must have been right. Somebody said they were impressed. I must have been right about that.
Cool.
I can take the words and kind of get an idea what they mean, but I'm not.
Right. Wow, this chat is just rolling.
Because they're all telling you they speak Spanish.
Hope you're well, guys. Minion is freaking awesome. Thanks, Trucker Chris. And Tanner says hello from Wisconsin.
Hi,
Thank you guys
Tanner.
for the super chats. Says ever come inside other than for getting weighed in. There's a video of him inside here coming out in the next couple days on YouTube. It's already out on TikTok. Oh, hail Lord Minion says, okay, I'm not pronouncing any more things after I after I botched.
That's funny.
Is it? Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea.
Slava?
Probably.
Yep.
I was gonna try to read the last name or word too, and then that's when I gave up. And that's when I gave up.
Evdokimov?
Okay.
Evdokimov. Evdokimov. Yep. Slava Evdokimov.
All right.
Yep.
Something translated. Hello,
Hello
from Mexico.
Saludos desde Mexico. Hello from Mexico.
Wouldn't it be Mexico?
Mexico, yes.
Hey, I knew a word.
Yes.
I may have watched a movie
Okay.
where they had Spanish in it once.
And I'm not going to remember what this is now, but the United States in Spanish is one that has always been interesting to me.
Yeah.
I don't remember how to say it though.
Any updates on nail and driveway situation?
Nate only speaks half fluent English.
Yes, that.
Give him a break, guys. Give him a break.
I will openly admit that English is difficult.
His only Spanish is Yo quiero Taco Bell.
There we go.
And he probably doesn't know what that means.
Something about Taco Bell.
I want Taco Bell.
Right.
Yo quiero, I want.
Sounds good. I should be better at it. I have a dog that's part Chihuahua, which is, I think, a Spanish breed, possibly. Anyway, any updates on the nail and driveway situation or Saber? So, nothing's happened since the nails were in the driveway a week ago. Saber's been missing a month and no sign of him. But I still keep hoping to hear a random meow at the door. Does it take a lot of money to start homesteading, and what gave you the idea of it? Also, love your videos. It can take a lot of money to start homesteading. It just depends how you do it. There's people that start with very little and creatively build it up. I started with a little more than some people do, but I basically purchased the land outright. It was $100,000 roughly for 100 acres. But a lot of people start on like 10 acres and pay less for it. So it just depends. Watching from Ohio, are your ducks named? Some of them are named whenever they do anything interesting or unique that makes them stand out.
Kitchen duck.
They get named. Kitchen duck. Katie for short. Then we have Kitchen Nugget. Or K-Nug.
K-Nug. Oh my god.
That's her rapper name.
I haven't heard that yet. That's funny.
Yeah, her
K-Nug is
rapper
pretty
name
funny.
is K-Nug.
There's one that's feathers are like not symmetrical on the back. I call it wonky duck because it's just wonky. And then the one that's got the bad feet, we thought it had bumblefoot. And so I started calling it the bumble duck, and it's just kind of stuck. We have one that as a baby out of its shell we called Hopper, and it just stuck with me. I call it Hopper, and Nate's like, I'm not calling it Hopper. But I call it Hopper because I know her as Hopper. And then there's Quackers.
It is an honor to have my name mispronounced, and now I don't know whether to call him Javier or Javier. Either way, I appreciate your comments and watching the channel and putting up with my lack of ability to pronounce even English words sometimes.
You're doing well.
I attempt. I fail miserably sometimes, but I attempt.
You do great.
I should know better, like, jalapeno, like, anytime you see, like, a word that doesn't seem like an English word and starts with a J, the J may possibly be silent. Like, I would, like, I used to call some people's name would be Jesus. No, it was Jesus.
Okay. So
And
here's...
then I figured that out after a while. What?
That's funny. Nate, call it Hopper. That's right. It is Hopper.
Hopper.
And that's Jesus, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
That's Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just making sure you know how to pronounce these things.
that's good.
All right.
Somebody's got to help me. Or it could be Jesus.
It could be.
I have no, like, wouldn't there be like a dash, squiggly line thing above or below one of the letters to?
An accent mark?
Yes, that. I don't know.
I don't know.
No, not
No.
necessarily.
No. It's just if you're pronouncing it in Spanish, it's Jesus. If you're pronouncing it in English, it's Jesus. Because for some reason we think the J should go J instead of H.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure in like the 16th century, like the J sound didn't exist at all. And I have no idea how it came into starting to exist, but I got bored in whatever class that was and stopped listening. No.
It's not Jesus.
All right. Good to know. Good to know. Just know that everything you've done for those animals is amazing. Keep up hope. Thanks for every update and Carrie putting the content and work. Well, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Where's Minion? Can we see him, please?
I don't even
Depends.
know where he went. He's sleeping somewhere.
I think he finally chewed.
Hey, you want to come up on Jensa? Come. Cups. Come ups.
Oh, he did. He did want to come up. There's Minion. Any plans on gaming content? Probably not.
Come up and be low.
Oh my. Old English before half the letter sounds were erased.
Right?
Wow, now what did I start? Some kind of English.
Because it's so crazy.
Right? English is like confusing and complicated sometimes. Mm-hmm.
I think all other languages when spoken sound, well, I shouldn't say all. Most other languages that I've heard spoken sound nicer than English. But that could be because we're used to hearing these stupid
Well, that's
words that we hear
because
every day.
when you speak English and you hear the word, you don't think of the word as a sound. You
You
think,
think of it as a word.
meaning.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
when you hear another language, it sounds beautiful because you have no idea the meaning. You just hear the flow of the syllables.
That's true. That's true.
That's my theory. But then again, maybe
It's
English
very
sounds
much could be
terrible no
true.
matter what. But I have no idea.
Well, and English is the hardest language to learn. They say it takes longer, but that's because like
because it makes no
look
sense.
and look at like the word READ.
Mm-hmm.
Read, read.
And then you have other words spelled R-E-D, read,
Yep.
but it means something totally different.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Night and like all
trying
of that.
to learn English from the
It's gotta be a
outside,
pain in
like,
the butt.
oh my gosh, that'd be terrible.
Yeah, I can't imagine. In fact, do you remember that Japanese girl that used to come into my lives?
Mm-hmm.
What was her name?
I have no idea.
Yoshi?
That was a Super
Something.
Mario character.
She was learning English and she loved to hang out in the lives because she was learning so much from just like chatting with everybody. But Yukari.
Yeah,
That was
that's
her
it.
name,
That's
Yukari.
it. There we go. Here we go. This is what I was talking about. J was originally the letter I. The father of the letter J is, oh boy, here's another name.
Glenn Giorgio Trissino?
An Italian author and grammarian, lived from 1478 to 1550.
Holy cow.
Cool.
That's some old history information.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Gosh.
Gian Giorgio? How's that? I don't know how to say that.
I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
I knew it was
I
somewhere
never
around
thought about
like
the
the
history of
16th
letters and
or
stuff.
15th century or something like that. Because, yeah, the J letter did not exist. Need to do a meet and greet in Houston, Texas. I agree. First, I got to come up with
A reason to go to
a
Houston,
reason
Texas.
to be in Houston, Texas. I mean, it might happen. You never know.
I've never been to Texas. I would love to go to Texas.
I've been to San Antonio and then drove up through out of Texas.
I have other homesteaders and creators that I know in Texas that we could visit.
Oh, I'm sure.
They'd give us something to do.
out here speaking hieroglyphics. We're going to get into some philosophical stuff. I'll try not to. It's too late in the day for philosophy, but that's fun. I think about a lot of stuff sometimes. It's just
Yeah, if you can get that kind of conversation going with Nate, you'll talk forever.
yeah. Yep. It's a whole side that really hasn't made it out to social media, but I think about
it's kind
all
of hard
kinds
when you're not social media. You're informing. You're not
Yeah.
conversing, and it makes a huge
makes a
difference in
difference.
what you can put out there.
Because I know just enough about a lot to be very interested and have a conversation, but to teach on it, no.
Yeah, and you put a
No.
video out.
And if you
like,
make a video, you
there's
almost have to.
there's nothing coming back at you
Right.
for you to feed off of with that.
That's right. You need someone to watch the farm if you travel. That's right. I'm gonna work on that. Well, late in the day is perfect time for philosophy. Well,
Visit Texas because Minion likes to go places, do things. That is right.
that's a valid reason.
Minion, you want to go to Texas?
Yeah.
You want to go to Texas?
Texas?
Should we go?
He's staring at us super excitedly.
Oh, his tail's going. Oh, you want to go to Texas? Should we go?
Nate, been watching your shorts for a while and just wanted to know if you've had any unexplainable things happen at night or something. No, nothing. And I go outside at night a lot, including, down into the woods
Me too,
and what
and
have
I always
Like,
I always stare straight out into the woods to see if I see anything. And one of the first things you ever hear in Appalachian folklore is do not look out into the woods in the dark. And I'm all like, what's out there?
Yep.
Nothing.
And I'm all like,
Nothing.
I'm either going to be the baddest thing in the woods or I'm going to be wrong. And so either way, like, I'll either get eaten or I'll be the baddest thing out there when I'm walking in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
One of those two will happen. So far, it's always just been me walking and not dying. So that's been cool.
Yeah.
It's been great.
I have a channel on here. I don't make content like Nate does. I do have a channel on here. It's _just_Jen. It's me with a bag of Skittles in my mouth. I have a couple videos out there. One, if you guys are interested, is Saber when he was a kitten, hunting down a little caterpillar. But aside from that, I don't really do my own content. That's Nate's thing. Copper-bellied water rattlers?
Nate
What?
doesn't believe in that. Copper-bellied. Night vision gear. When does this live end? Anytime, because I'm getting sleepy. But yeah, I do actually have some night vision gear. It's just a Gen 1 though. But I've got other plans for other things, figuring out how to turn it into content. I'll figure it out. Some stuff will make yeah. Some stuff will make content. I just have to be very careful, particularly on another platform. You guys like any type of motorsport? Not really. I mean, I like to drive my ATV and my vehicles, but like actually watching or really getting, like, I loved motorcycles, but I mostly just loved riding them. If that makes sense. Should build Minion and Saber a lookout castle with moat to protect the homestead. That would be cool.
We were talking about that last week.
We were. Y'all ever think about getting a cow? Jen's thinking about getting a mini cow. TikTok is so sensitive. It's very automated in its moderation and is quick to just restrict or ban rather than,
There's
yeah. They'd rather
it's dumb
accidentally
because
ban you.
they will ban you. You can appeal it and they can deny it, but nowhere do they give you anywhere to plead your case or talk with someone to try to
Yeah.
resolve an issue. Instead, they make a decision and that's just what it is. And
Right.
that's not cool.
3.5 million followers on the account on TikTok, and reaching any actual individual is straight up impossible. Like, there is nothing but an algorithm to interact with for support. So, whatever. I mean, I'm not going to complain. Like, it is what it is, and I can either use TikTok as it is or not. But so I've kind of decided not, as far as like the lives where what if I just want to discuss something semi controversial that's not really controversial, but
Well, the fact that I was just talking randomly with people and turned, and the fact that it just scanned it.
yeah.
It wasn't in conversation. It was not the point of the live. It had nothing to do with what I was talking about. Like,
Mhm.
it just happened to be in the background.
Yeah. And it's fully legal where I live and all this stuff and
But
just boom,
but we can't
gone for
say,
a
hey,
week.
this is what happened. You know, that's just dumb.
Yep.
And I just saw a cool comment said, "Hey, just ran across your channel. I'm a new follower. What is it? What do you do? What do you do here?"
What do I do? That's a good question. I live off the grid on 102 acres in West Virginia with solar power, rainwater collection. Lord Minion, who is a 18-pound dog who is absolutely hilarious and photogenic
And everybody's favorite.
and
Everybody
full of
loves them.
tricks and the best dog ever. And
130-pound, 8-month-old puppy.
yep, had that. A bunch of ducks. I used to live in a camper for the longest time. That recently changed as of a couple months ago. Now I live in part of a pole building I built that's been finished to look like a house on this side. I train all my animals. I do some really old school things like heat with a wood stove and we cook on the wood stove. And yet I have like very modern stuff too. And I just blend the modern and
Like a
old
fancy
school.
kitchen sink.
Mm-hmm.
And a cup washer.
Yes, and a cup washer
Mm-hmm.
and a all-in-one dryer washer combo machine. And yeah.
Tell them about your hot tub.
An Alexa controlled hot tub, but Alexa only controls
Campfire.
the campfire and how hot it is. And the fire heats the copper coil that the water's circulating around to heat the water in the hot tub. So
Which is the same kind of idea of how the shower and hot water in the house are
it
heated.
is. Yep.
Just on a smaller scale.
So old school, fire to heat water, and then new technology, smart device to control. Yeah, it's
He's so smart. That's the part. Yeah. His brain just makes me go gaga.
I don't know about all that, but okay.
We weren't talking about you. We were talking about me and how I react to your smart brain.
Oh,
So you don't have to know about all that.
that's right. I just like when you smile at me like that. Oh man. Anyway, there's my whole recap. Love Lord Minion Knight as an Earl Dagger. Is Dagger an Earl? It could be an Earl. What's an Earl?
Yeah, and they've been calling Charlo Lady Charlo.
Yeah, that's already gonna. I just haven't made a video introducing her as such, but obviously that must happen.
Yeah.
You guys are writing the story half the time, honestly. Like, hey Nate and Jen, hey, what's up? The fact that we can donate to you guys, but they still try to demonetize you is straight whack. I haven't been demonetized much or often at all on this platform. Other platforms, I have certainly struggled for sure, but that's just the nature of it all. Just ordered some beard wash and oil, and a diffuser pack Thursday. Can't wait for it to arrive. Well, thank you for your order. And honestly, like, that is one of the biggest, like, because, like, it's so hit or miss on, like, getting paid for views on any platform. It's part of why I just did the product line behind it all, because you guys can order products and like it's better than just being like, hey guys, can you like send me money for McDonald's tomorrow? Instead it's like, hey guys, I have this product. If you want to buy it and it helps your life, that'd be super awesome. Here's what it's about. That's just a way better way to do it, in my opinion.
Somebody said you cannot have a lady on the Lord's property unless they're married. We must have a ceremony.
I think Lord Minion gets to issue the decrees. He has made no such decree. It's kind of funny. We could have Minion write a marriage certificate.
We totally should.
We should.
Yep.
We could do that. We'll see if Minion wants to write a marriage certificate, and we'll get back to you. Jenna's so pretty, I'm gonna cry. Right?
Oh my goodness.
Right? For sure.
Oh, you guys are too much. Do I have specific goals on the homestead? Food.
Food. Speaking
Yeah.
of food, we just got a super chat.
McDonald's tax. Awesome. Hey,
Oh
we
my
can get a Big
gosh.
Mac and a milkshake.
We can. Thanks, Geese Runner.
That's awesome.
Appreciate that. That's funny. That cracks me up.
I love that. Yeah.
A little paw stamp of approval. That's
Yeah.
right. Make Nate fat with your food. That's
I don't know if I
that's
can. I got him to
difficult.
gain some weight, and then all of a sudden he started losing it again. And I'm like, wait a second. I've made pudding pies and cookies and cakes or cobblers, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm always like, hey, have a snack, here. Like, I fill his plate at night, and I make sure like I fill it. And sometimes he goes back and get more, and like, yeah, it's hard to keep it on him. He's all over the damn place out there all the time. It's like, sit down for a minute.
Yep. I keep busy,
Yep.
and it makes it hard to gain weight regardless of what the food's like. If you're like, I used to wear a smartwatch, and I would do, I don't know, I do a lot of miles a day sometimes, especially in the summertime.
Yeah.
Not quite so much in the wintertime, but depends. I was
The
all
mac
over
and
the place
cheese was
this morning.
incredible. I was just telling Nate we have to go back there to that shop and get some more of that Reaper cheese. It was so good.
Mm-hmm.
But that was super
Really
yummy.
good. That was super good. Jane, hey y'all, really enjoy your content and had some money to spare, so just wanted to say I love the homestead and I hope you all are doing well. Well, thank you. Dude Jude says, hey Nate, Jen, Minion, and Az. Thank you guys
Hello.
for the super chats. Appreciate that. Oh, and I missed one by Ryan. Thank you. Very kind. Where's Minion? He is chilling in the background. He's been up here a couple times. Luke says, did you get the pond to hold water yet?
A little bit.
According to TikTok, no, but yes. Yes, the pond is holding water. Have you been drinking? I have been drinking filtered rainwater in a reused aluminum can. I'm actually about to go fill it again because it's empty and I'm thirsty. 3 uses out of this can.
He's tired and he's been fighting a headache. That's probably what a couple people have said. You look
Oh,
tired.
yeah. I've totally got some crazy sinus headache that I've had for like 3 days. Super annoying.
But he's still here.
I'm still here. You have any advice for a 24-year-old with no savings to acquire land? Basically start saving. I mean, save as much money as you can by being as frugal as possible. And the more frugal you are, the less money you need to actually have to live. So you have some time to be creative, you know? At least I think so. Like what I mean is if you work 40 hours a week and you're barely able to make ends meet, if you find a way to be more thrifty, then you can go from, sometimes you can go from 40 hours a week to less if you have a business idea or something. You can, yeah, like it's I almost need to sit down and like come up with a video because I'm super passionate about the topic, and because it's how I did it. I just found a way to only have to work like 20 hours a week, and then found a way to be more creative and come up with ways to make money on my own and run my own businesses, to eventually swifting to my own businesses full time. but I really need to make a video about it. But I'm passionate about it. I got to put my thoughts together, make a coherent,
Oh, let him go.
well thought out, almost scripted video, which I rarely do, but I think it'd be a good video. I've had it in my mind to do for a while. Basically, save money so that you don't need to make as much, so then you don't need to invest so much of your time into making money, so you can reclaim some of your time, so you can find a more creative way to be an entrepreneur to make money, and everything will just expand from there. But I have got to come up with a very clear way to say it, with more details and some history of how it worked for me, and somehow keep it a short video. Probably wouldn't be a short video. But really, that's the idea. And there's other ways to do finances besides that, but that's how it worked for me. Whoa. We got... Love your videos. Can we see Charlo?
I just had her up here.
Just had her up.
She
Okay.
jumped up.
Hi,
She jumped
Newt
on
said
there.
gulp. Patch Ferguson sent a super chat. Anime Weeb sent a super chat. Thank you. Love from New Zealand, brother. Says XT. And the boy sent a super chat as well. Thank you guys. Man, I talk about something for 5 minutes and I have to go make sure to catch up on all that. What did I do before homesteading? I was a general contractor. Before that, I was working for a custom home builder while running a side business. It was a tech side business doing custom computer builds and like repairs and diagnosis and everything like that. That was kind of fun. But all that stuff led to skills and me learning how to run my own business.
Rumor has it Minion's studying to be a lawyer.
And studying to be a lawyer.
Are you studying? Did you study?
You might be. It's like, don't out my secret to the whole world. Shut up, humans. He's like, no, don't wipe my face. Don't pretend to pet me and be nice after you outed my secret to the world. Oh, Minion.
It's,
Love Jen's smile. Me too.
look at Mins. Look at him.
Oh, yeah, he had it with the glasses. First time tuning in. Big fan of Minion. Awesome. That was A1 advice, Nate. Well, thanks. I feel like it didn't come out super clear, but that's why I do videos and not lives all the time, because I can do much better when I get to edit out my rambling. But, yeah.
Attorney at Paw, Lord Minion. I love it.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome.
Did Minion pass the bar exam? Oh, he's chewing on the bar.
And you destroyed the bar. He's chewing on a block of wood. Love Jen's smile. Yes, it's the best. How did you and Jen meet? We met on TikTok. Start crude oil production. Crude oil production. We met on TikTok.
Boy, lots of first-time joiners on here tonight. Awesome.
Yo,
That's so cool.
it is cool.
Sunday nights, guys. Sunday nights. The next t-shirt. There's a t-shirt on the website right now. It's a Lord Minion t-shirt. It says, go places, do things. And I just got the look. He's like, did you say it, Jen? You said it. I was just talking to the people, Mins. I didn't really mean it. Oh, I'm getting the stare.
Oh, he's funny.
I'm
That
not
is his
going anywhere.
favorite slogan. Minion with those glasses, right?
Dude, you're going to have slivers all over the floor.
Glad y'all are still alive after the Super Bowl. Yeah, for a little bit. I'm about to jump off of here because it's been a long day. I've had some kind of crazy headache. I actually took a nap for the first time
In a while.
in a long time. I never take naps because I just
We
can't.
did not watch the Super Bowl. We've been hanging out here instead.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm surprised there was as many people here as there was, but we've stayed over 1,000 for most of the night. And just so you guys know, like, you guys actually pretty much surpassed my normal TikTok lives, hanging out over 1,000 2 lives in a row. Pretty much unheard of, particularly on a Super Bowl Sunday or something. And there's 3 times less followers on YouTube than there is on TikTok. So you basically YouTube, you're killing it. You guys are awesome. And I'm trying to keep up with the chat and failing miserably.
It's even on slow chat, it's rolling.
You know, offer some life advice to someone in their 20s. I really need to make some videos with some life advice, and I probably just need to gear it towards myself and just pretend I'm talking to myself in my 20s and giving myself advice,
Right.
because I think it would just work out.
What trades would you recommend?
Trades would I recommend? Anything you have a natural interest in that has value professionally as well as personally for the rest of your life. And that includes most of them. Like, if you want to be a mechanic that has value professionally, you can either work for somebody, you can start your own mechanic shop, you can get out of it and go be something else while still fixing your own vehicles. Like, it's a very, very valuable skill, whether you do it professionally for your entire life or you do it for 4 years and then save thousands of dollars over your entire life fixing your own vehicles. Yeah. Just because you decide to be a mechanic when you're young and then you realize once you're in your mid-20s you hate it and it's stupid and you don't want to do it again, you'll never regret having the skill. It's just an example. Kind of one I wish I knew because I'm not a mechanic. I can do okay, but, you know, can only be so good at so many things. Being a mechanic, nope. Painting houses, the great trade has been lost. I agree. Yeah, you can. I've had a number of friends, well, having been a contractor, who were painters, and some painted outside, some painted insides, and some of them were good. And a lot of people that claimed to be painters, well, they were technically painters. They did put paint on stuff, but there's a need for professional painters. Completely. You sort out the nails in the driveway situation. Pretty much. Actually, I'm not even sure what happened to them. That bucket's still somewhere. Did you?
It's down by the garden right now because I carried it with me when I went down with the ducks earlier because Az was up my butt, so I had a bucket with me, and that's the one I had.
That's the one you had. Okay.
It's sitting next to the garden.
I still have them. They're not sorted though. It's all together in a bucket. Advice on a dog training method. I'm not like so much on the methods and techniques. I'm more on the relationship with the animal. Like, you have to have a relationship with them, and most people, the thing they miss the most is realizing that the animal has to respect them as like the boss, essentially, because most people are not the boss of their own animals, but yet, yeah, it just makes a difference. Did you ever serve in the military? I did not. Don't pay anyone for something you can do yourself.
Not necessarily.
Like, it's not bad advice in certain situations, but also don't do anything yourself that you can pay somebody else to do while you go do something different that makes more money than what you're paying for that. It just depends on your situation. Love that stiletto hammer you got. Thanks. I love that thing too. That thing is awesome. Ever given the cat catnip? Can you not give it to working cats? You can totally give it to working cats, but I don't believe I've ever given them catnip. Hasn't been necessary. They're rambunctious and crazy all on their own sometimes. Natural Man says, I'll pay someone to lay my foundation. I hear ya. Yeah, and as I'm finding myself at a point where it really does make more sense for me to pay some people to do some stuff around here and figuring out not everything, but certain things that I want to accomplish. Some things I just refuse to. Like, no, I just want to do them. But at some point. You
Oh,
need
we
minion
have minion
stickers.
stickers.
We
There's
have
minion
minion
stickers.
stickers. There are minion stickers. Go check out narrowwayhomestead.com. I don't have a beard. Should I buy your beard care products?
Absolutely. You don't have to buy the beard care products to enjoy the scents. You can buy a room diffuser
Yeah. I
and
mean,
still enjoy the scents.
if you come up with a use for the beard care products without a beard, you can totally buy them. I mean, I've been putting the beard oil in my hair for forever. And I do have a place for fan mail. There is a shipping address. I don't know where it is on YouTube. I'm so used to telling people on TikTok.
That it's in your bio, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
on
mean,
the main page somewhere.
it's your
Like,
shipping address. You can just give it. I know what it is.
yeah, I do too. But I'd rather people copy paste so it doesn't go somewhere else, and then
Be
people will be
easy.
like,
Easier, yeah.
go find where the websites are on YouTube. Click on the NatePedroskyOfficial.com one, and it will be right
up
there. You can send stuff. What got you started with coffee? I went to a coffee shop in Philadelphia almost a decade ago and had a cup of coffee, an espresso shot that was so good. I said, I have to make this at home. Next thing you know, I have an espresso machine and I'm making terrible espresso, awful espresso. And then I figured out, oh, I need better beans. So I bought expensive beans. I was like, this is really close. It was almost it. And I started playing around with it more, and then, but I didn't have much money, so I'm like, I can't afford these beans. And then I realized you could buy raw beans and roast them yourself, and you could do it in a popcorn air popper from the 1980s. And so I did that, and I made amazing coffee. And then I bought a better roaster, and the story has just totally
Just played
progressed.
with it.
I've played with it for years, and now I'm at the point where I'm selling the type of coffee that I thought was too expensive to buy, and I understand why it costs that. So if you can't afford really good coffee, understand that really good coffee is way, way better than what you can buy at the grocery store. And if you can't afford it and you want it bad enough, you might just learn to roast your own coffee like I did, and next thing you know, have your own coffee business. It's kind of a crazy
Thing's been
way.
empty for hours. Look at all the wood chips he's got all over.
I know. You do not need to chew on aluminum cans. How you have never cut yourself on one of those is beyond me.
Look at him. Your face, Minion. You're so
He's so
expressive
disappointed.
tonight. You're so expressive tonight. You want to come back up here for a minute?
Hello
Yes.
from Northern California. What's up,
Hi,
Northern
baby.
California? Thank you for the super chat. Can we see Minion? If I get out of the way, you can. Minion.
There he is.
There him is. There him is. Hymns.
Where's your Minion? Where's your little Minion at? I see it. I see it.
You should go back to chewing on your block of wood. You were having fun with that.
Because I got slivers all over the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And Jen said, hey, Nate, look at all the slivers he's got on the floor.
Yep,
He did. He stopped chewing on that and grabbed that can again.
you did. You can't cut yourself very much on
What's it doing?
the pine board, but you can cut yourself on the aluminum.
Oh.
Grinding your beans in a 1940 cast iron grinder. Oh, that's cool. That's way cool. One of these days, I'm gonna roast my beans, my coffee beans over the cook stove in the outdoor kitchen in a skillet. And it's really not gonna turn out that good, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And I'm gonna think it tastes good because of how much fun I had doing it. Even though in reality, I'll probably have unevenly roasted beans. But I want to try that sometime. It's gonna be fun. Give that Lord a treat. He did get a treat on stream earlier, actually. Plus, he just recently had dinner. He's all right for right now. You find your cat? No, I didn't.
Look, it's Cam from South Carolina
Where? What?
in the chat. I said, yo, bro, it's Cam from South Carolina.
Oh. What's up? What'd you say? Love Minion and House Saber. Saber's missing, and yeah. She used a thermal camera drone to look for Saber. That'd be cool. Feel bad for the cat, for sure. How's Dagger doing? He's good. I don't even know if he's still in here anymore.
No, he went out. No silky chickens. We don't have chickens. We've got ducks.
Yo. Did you visit Chillicothe, Ohio? I've been through it, but I might visit it someday. You never know.
That's where we got off the interstate
I
at
know,
like
I'm
2
well
o'clock in
aware.
the morning, and we were
I'm well
like,
aware.
oh, let's go the other way.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy my first stop to Chillicothe. It was fine, but you know,
It was
just
the
like,
wrong time of night in the wrong area.
pretty much. Well, I know chickens because I have ducks. Like, for me, ducks are better than chickens. They get their own food 8 months out of the year. I don't have to think about feeding them.
Eggs are bigger, they're better.
They don't need to be incubated in incubators because they just lay eggs, hatch eggs, have babies, raise them themselves, and I don't have to fool with all of that. Yeah. And they're quiet and they don't dig and ruin my yard. Swear you and Minnie didn't deserve to lose Saber. It was a very special relationship between the two of them. Yeah, for sure. For sure. He was an awesome cat.
Minion is the
Unfortunately.
coolest dog on YouTube. I want him in my music videos. That would be cool.
Scoobies are hardy and low maintenance. Bingo. They're very hardy birds. Like, if I'd have had chickens, I'd probably have ended up replacing them 4 times by now in the last 2 years because they're so sensitive to everything. My Muscovies have survived fox attacks and, like,
This person has asked
they're
this
pretty
all
good.
night long. Have you ever thought of cosplaying that?
Boulder from God of War. That Joseph Seed from Far Cry 5. Okay, I know who the Joseph Seed is from Far Cry, but I don't know the other one. The Joseph Seed? No, I'm not. I'm not cosplaying him. I refuse. Admirable the way you guys handled the neighbor dog situation. My neighbors have an aggressive dog that comes over to chase my guineas often.
Ugh.
That's terrible. Yeah, there's like a fine line between how you handle stuff, and like people usually go one of two ways. They go too aggressive, too upset, or they go too lenient and don't communicate to the other person how unacceptable it is for. And I tried to find somewhere in the middle ground. I may have leaned more aggressive than a lot of people would have, but I do not want those dogs over here again. And I didn't fully go to the point where I exterminated them, but I think I did all right. I think I got the message across without totally destroying and making a permanent neighbor feud. That was the goal, to make it work out that way. Was I successful? I think so. I won't know until nothing happens and everything goes good from now on.
Well, hello, Flailing Water. Welcome to YouTube.
Welcome. I'll protect you with my life, Lord Minion. Lord Minion.
Ain't nothing
You
happening
got
to Minion with
protectors.
as many people. Yep.
Right.
Yep, you're very protected.
Minion's good.
It's funny, not many people ask about the name Narrowway, and tonight it's been like non-stop.
Right. I've answered at least twice so far.
Yep, and there's another one.
Yep.
That's funny.
Would you create a Discord? There is one. There is one. Go to like all the links on my YouTube. Like go to all of them. Click on anything you might be interested in. You'll find shipping addresses. You'll find products. You'll find a Discord. The stuff's there. The stuff's all there. You'll find other social media platforms. All that stuff. What'd you do for money before selling beard products? So when I was homesteading, I did occasional side jobs. Like, because I used to be a contractor, and so I did a couple contracting side jobs, if you will. But my expenses are so low here, I didn't have to do many to just continue to exist. Had to put our dog similar in looks to Minion almost 2 years ago. He was 16. Oh man, but 16, that's decent. Man, you gotta push to at least 16. Okay.
Okay.
The whole situation is basically handled. That's right, Squish.
My 6-year-old comes out screaming Minion every time she hears your voice. That's awesome.
Well, that's hysterical. That's funny. Where can we purchase merch? narrowwayhomestead.com, and there should be. I'm not even sure what we have up. We're kind of in a transition period between having more stuff and certain other things being on hold. But check stuff there. If you don't like what you see, come back in a few weeks and see if anything's changed. Someone who's been here since 100K, you think the fame publicity has changed you at all for better or worse? So, I don't think so, but YouTube is a relatively new platform to me, being like, so if you've been here since 100K, I've already been in the millions on TikTok for well before that. Because YouTube started this year at like 40,000. I don't think it's changed me at all. It's changed people around me, as far as some people becoming far more randomly jealous. But I just don't view fame as like having tremendous value like a lot of people do. It's just, I don't know, something. Basically, I'm saying I don't think it went to my head, but you guys will all judge one way or the other.
It didn't go to his head. He treats this like a job.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Whoa. Lord Minion, the effing turd. Leave Minion alone. Does he get anxiety? If not, how did you train him to be calm when he's alone? He used to really get anxious. I basically crate trained him, and he learned. It took a while, but he learned to totally be calm, but yet he still hasn't lost the excitement of me coming back. But yet he can be calm while I'm gone. It's like Minion could use some head scritches.
Minion is 10.
Still no news on Saber. Nope, no news on Saber, unfortunately. How long did it take for Lord Minion to train the new person, Jen, on his land?
I think we're still in training.
We're still in training. Minion's still training both of his humans. And every human he encounters, he's still training them. Training them to pay the minion tax. My anxious dog loves his crate. It's a safe space. Yeah, crate training picks up on genetics that exist somewhere deep down in all dogs, and I think totally helps their anxiety. You just have to, it's a whole process, but...
Nice hat. What does it say?
Norway Homestead. And you can find ones really similar to this. Instead of embroidered, it's a leather patch on narrowwayhomestead.com. And if it's dark out and you forgot your flashlight, you can still see.
Minion doesn't have owners. He has staff. That's right.
Staff, that's right. And
he was around 6 months when Nate found him.
It holds
He
the
was
glasses.
just a puppy.
It's the new Asblend coffee. Is it instant or bean?
It's amazing.
It's bean. It's not instant coffee. And it's not available on the website yet, but it will be before too long. That's really good.
And watch for it because it's really good. Oh my gosh,
Yep.
It's good.
Minion had his minion tax today. He has. He's had a bit of minion tax today.
He got minion tax when he first went live.
He did.
Right on the live.
Right on the live. of the contents you guys know about Goldshaw Farms. Yes, I do. I do know. I've talked with Morgan a couple times via, um, I guess, chat. We've interacted content-wise a couple times. Um, yep. How long did it take you and your neighbors to collect all those nails and junk? It was probably about 2 hours, but I'm also like, it didn't feel like we were just there like doing it. Like we were talking and hanging out, and then we find another nail, and like it was a whole, it was just like a whole thing.
What's in your left pocket?
Probably my left pocket.
You don't have a hole in there?
Don't think so.
That's good. A hole is the worst thing to have in your pocket.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can't think of anything worse to have in my pocket than a hole.
I can.
Well, then you'd hope you had a hole in your pocket.
I would.
If you had worse things to put in there than a hole.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want worse things in my pocket without a hole.
I was thinking napalm. Napalm would be terrible to have in your pocket. If you had a hole in your pocket, that would be even worse.
Conversations with Nate.
I was literally thinking napalm right from the start. Right when you said, you know, it'd be nothing worse. I'm like, what about napalm? Napalm would be terrible to have in your pocket.
That would never, ever, ever in a million years have crossed my mind to put in my pocket.
Well, I wouldn't put it there. That would be terrible.
I wouldn't
But
have
if it
thought of
somehow
the fact that
arrived,
it might be there.
I wouldn't
It
have
just
either.
never would have
but-
crossed my mind. See? Gnarly Carly says Jen's right.
Okay. Well,
Must
Jen
have
can
a-
be right.
Yeah.
Either way, I don't want napalm in my pocket.
Jen's hair does match Nate's beard.
It
I've
does.
braided our hair together before.
It took her an hour and a half to sort us out so we could go separate directions. It didn't. I just said that to be funny.
Tacks in your pocket would be bad. Yes, yes, tacks would be bad.
I've had nails and all kinds of stuff in my pocket that has stuck me before. That's definitely happened. Tip for Minion, because one of the few safe conversation topics with my dad that won't cause an argument. Thanks, mens. That's cool. I've received a number of comments and messages about Minion helping like different relationships and families. That's crazy. Let's see. Alpha Pennsylvania sent a super chat. Has Minion text today was a super chat. Looks like Minion could use head scratches. I did that one. All right. Just want to make sure I'm not missing any of those. Jen was staring into my soul. Oh,
Imagine how Nate feels and I'm right here.
right.
Mm.
I just keep telling myself it's better than napalm in my pocket.
I'm gonna put holes in all your pockets.
Still better than napalm.
At least you won't complain. Because I'll be like, well, I didn't put napalm in there.
That's right.
They're just holes, Nate. You just have pockets full of holes.
You know what else is like? It's really similar, but it's way better than napalm in your pocket. Look at this.
Nate palm?
Napalm is in my
Nate
pocket,
palm
and it's
in your
not bad.
pocket. It's not bad.
Oh, I guess I was wrong. Napalm in the pocket isn't
Nate
so bad
palm is
after all.
okay.
Nope.
Uh-huh. Yes, this is how our days are all the time.
This is
These are our conversations. This is
how it
we
goes.
are.
This is how it goes. So we have Lord Minion and Charlo, Lady Charlo. Yes. Yes, it is Lady Charlo. And there will have to be a video about that. I'm just behind. Bro's ready to be a dad with those dad jokes. Pretty much. The weirdest flirting. Oh, Nate Palm, yeah. Yep. I just do it for the expressions on her face.
The best beard oil scent is Off-Grid Evening.
That is Jen's favorite.
I have gifted it to people too who were like, oh my gosh. I had one person read the description of it, and it's described as a cherry tobacco.
Mm-hmm.
Which instantly people think, ooh, I don't like the smell of smoke. Well, we're not talking about burning tobacco. We're talking about
Right.
fresh tobacco. And anyway, they both he kind of like made kind of like reference, like, I don't know if he was really gonna like it or whatever.
Right.
And then a few days later, this was somebody I used to work with. He says to me, "So I used that beard oil this morning." And then I went laid in bed for a couple minutes before I had to leave. He says, "My wife woke up, rolled over, and looked at me and said, 'Oh my gosh, that smells good.'" I said, "I told you. I told you."
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
That's pretty cool. I love those stories. I don't think I've had a single person say anything. Like, I get emails and feedback.
In all the time I have been working with you, just recently I had one person who didn't care for the scent that they picked. I don't remember what
Okay.
it was. And we switched it out, and they were told I suggested the off-grid evening. I suggest you try the off-grid evening.
Okay.
And
they like that better.
they totally stuck with it. Yeah.
That's cool.
But aside from that, I have never heard anybody have anything negative.
Which is many as
And he
we've
really didn't
sold,
have anything
like,
negative to say other than he just didn't care for the scent. And that's a personal preference.
Mm-hmm.
But one out of however many we've sold to, like,
I forget.
it's pretty crazy.
We reached thousands a while ago for sure.
I finally set up reviews on the website so you guys can start leaving reviews. There are some amazing reviews out there. Like, people are just loving it. Great stuff.
It's cool. Yep, I love the reviews. Any information on getting cows, chickens, guineas? I'm wanting to get some. Not sure what I need or where to start. Start just researching the animals, and if you're looking at, say, chickens is it's almost not a bad first bird to get into. Like, even like if you want to, like, maybe get something else, like, chickens are very common. There's so much good information and help out there for them. I personally like ducks better for what I'm doing. I don't really have anything particular because it depends on what your situation is as to what animal is going to work better for you. That's just. Hey, you and Jen look so cute. Late because of work. Hope the training is still going well with Az. Thanks. Appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. I think Minion would look amazing having his own crown, symbol of rule in this great kingdom with his great subjects. Definitely. He has a crown too. I totally want to get him. I don't know. I still like that crown from that photo studio we went to. I want that one.
Call them up, give them an offer.
Give him an offer.
I bet they'd sell it to you.
They probably would. It's probably expensive.
I haven't seen it in many of their photos that pop up online. I doubt many women are wearing that.
Probably not. Randomly call up a photo studio and be like, "Hey, that crown that we used as a prop a year ago, want to buy it?"
It's probably still there.
It probably is. It was a little bit big though, but he looked so good in it.
It was, but you know what? So it reminded me of the animated version of Robin Hood.
Right.
And because he's a fox,
Mm-hmm.
and he puts that big, or the king, the lion, puts the big crown on, and it's too big for him, and it like falls over, and his ears flop, and it's so, he says, "I want my mama." Yeah. What it reminded me of.
That worked. Yep.
It was cute. We're talking about you, mans. We're talking about you.
Mans.
We're talking about you. Look at the ears.
How much beard oil should I put on a short beard? My husband's beard isn't long, so beard oil primarily I would recommend like getting it on the skin really good, so it's like, and then just a light coating on the hair itself. A little bit goes a long way. Like if you put too much on, you'll know because you're just like
It might feel a little greasy.
It just feels a little bit greasy.
Start with a drop out of the dropper and have him try that. See how that works.
Yeah.
Add a
I
drop if
personally
you
put a
need
little
to.
bit on the fingers and just massage underneath the beard to get the skin, and then what's left over I just put into the beard. Should get Minnie and a cape to go with his crown. How much longer are you going to be on? Not much longer. I'm just about ready to wrap this up. Hi.
Well, that's weird. What'd you do?
Tap the wrong button.
Here for Minion.
For Minion.
I don't know if you guys can hear that crinkling in the background, but that's him playing with his little Minion toy.
He's playing with his little Minion toy. First time in your stream, is Minion the producer behind the scenes? He might be.
Come.
He might be the executive.
Come get it. Come get it. He's like, Dad, she took my toy.
He's just in a mood.
He is.
How much beard oil for a beard around your length? I use about half a dropper when I'm only using the beard oil. Typically, I put it just underneath the skin and then use the beard butter to put on the rest. Work in the morning. Hope you have a wonderful night. From one West Virginian to another. Well, thanks. Been away from YouTube. Did you ever find Saber? Unfortunately not. Do you have a product for promoting the growth of beard hair? No. And I've never encountered a beard care product in all my looking that I thought was actually successful in really doing such a thing. Kaysen, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it.
To extend on that, we believe that keeping the skin healthy with the beard oils and stuff may promote healthy growth.
Pretty much.
But there's nothing added to it that's going to be like a growth stimulator or
healthy
anything.
skin is going to grow hair better than dried out unhealthy skin. So in that aspect, yes, it can improve growth, and also hydrated hair reduces the chance of split ends, meaning you have to cut less and you have a longer, healthier beard. But it's all minor stuff. Like, it's not. I see so many people advertising their beard care products, and it's like, it helps grow it out, and this was week 1, and look at week 7 after using it, even though like we were just growing our beard like normal, and it would have done the same thing without the oil. Like, yeah. Most of the stuff is unfortunately over pushed.
Somebody had a good question. She says, how do you go about developing new coffee flavors? A lot of it has to do with the beans.
It does. Just knowing coffee beans and what they're like. Like, I have probably 30 single origin coffee beans here that I roast to different levels and blend together and play with when I have time, just to try stuff. Sometimes it's like, other times I get something that's like, whoa.
And Nate's coffees are not necessarily coffee flavors, they're coffee blends. So nothing like has a vanilla flavor on it or a caramel flavor on it. It's just the notes and tones that come from the natural bean.
Mm-hmm.
All beans have some sort of a different flavor. The As one, there's no chocolate, no caramel in it, but you can smell and get little hints of caramel and chocolate off of these beans. It's so amazing.
Yep, but it's not a flavored coffee. It is a
blend.
A blend of different beans to try to get certain notes of the natural flavors to stick out more. You think of Colombian coffee. I've had Colombian coffee. I actually really like Colombian coffee. I've had some single origins that I thought were really good. Hello from Logan County, West Virginia. I really want to try your coffees. Oh, cool. I'd like to get some locally somewhere sometime. That would be really cool, but the legwork to get them into some kind of store or something, and then to keep it fresh so they have a good experience with it, is a challenge. Oh, I wish I could drink coffee. I want to try it so bad. Oh, man. I will tell you, if coffee gives you like acid reflux or something, my coffee is air roasted. It is very low acidity compared to most coffee. Just something to keep in mind. I've had some people say they couldn't have it because it gave them acid reflux, and I said just give it a try, and especially if you cold brew it. You could still heat it up if you wanted, but if you extract the coffee via cold brew, it's even less acidic. Like, it is about the way to get the least acidic coffee possible. Air roasted, cold brewed coffee. I have no idea if that's why you can't have it or not, but Do you drink black coffee? Sometimes. I drink coffee a lot of different ways. New TRX coffee. That'd be cool.
Oh.
I don't think I could. I think I'd get in trouble for trademark infringement.
You might not be able to call it TRX, but you could. It could be a name after your.
Yeah. I could probably put a picture of my truck, possibly.
That you could do.
Yeah.
As long as you're not using TRX or RAM to sell it,
Mm-hmm.
you should be fine. But speaking of names, we still have one to name.
We do. We do. I'm going to have to do a video. Anyway.
Never lost Dagger. Dagger's been here the whole time. Saber is the one that is missing, and no, he has not returned. What's our favorite slang word? I don't know if I have a favorite slang word. Usually whatever's popular at the time just becomes catchy.
Yeah, I don't know if I do either.
Yeah, I don't know if I do.
Yeah. Have you ever expressed bed bugs in the homestead? So a couple of years ago, I got a free chair that had bed bugs in it. And I identified it had bed bugs in it. I didn't put it in my home camper at the time. Instead, I covered it in black trash bags, diatomaceous earth, and left it out in the sun and killed off all the bed bugs. And then I restored the chair. And then before I could use it, somebody on TikTok sent me a new chair and said, get rid of that thing, even though it was fine and perfect and I had restored it. And so I was like, okay, fine. So I got rid of it.
Does your
But it was
coffee
fun.
give you quote unquote spicy anxiety? I don't know what that means.
I don't know either. Name a coffee after Saber. I don't know. Could do something in memory of. I'm not sure what. Your coffee beans, or can one order it ground? You can get it in whole bean. You can get it in medium grind, which is great for drip coffee. You can get it in coarse grind for espresso, oh my gosh, for French press or cold brew, or fine for espresso. There's a drop down menu. Interested in getting Muscovy ducks. Wonder if you had any tips. They're hardy ducks. Just do your research on the birds. I've done some research into them online well after I've had them, and I haven't found anything that I just really disagreed with. See, drunk rainwater, it'll get you drunk every time.
Bedbug chair, fridge fork, canned beef. I'm happy Jen lives there now. Right?
Oh,
He survived without me somehow.
I did.
He did it. He did it.
I did.
He did have me coaching him from here, but he
You
made
did
it.
coach me.
I kept telling him, you have to survive until I get there, Nate. You have to survive until I get there.
In some ways, I barely did, but I did technically. So I did.
You're here. We're good.
I'm here.
We're good.
Guys having a good night? So far, so good. I got some crazy headache, so I'm about to jump off of here. But somebody a homesteader with no money in today's society, I'm not sure. You guys care much for the Super Bowl? Not really. Like, if there was a Super Bowl party, which there could have been, if we would have like hosted one, which we might next year.
Go Pack, go.
But yeah, if there's not a Super Bowl party happening,
He barely.
I just do for the party. What you saying over there?
Squish says you barely made it without me.
Barely made it. Oh. Just got here, twin. You can't leave. Jen is gorgeous. Oh my God, she makes me feel cozy, and y'all's voice is soothing as wind on a hot summer night. Thank you. Oh, thanks.
Something in the orange camo is their name. That's funny. We're
Oh.
thinking about doing an orange hat like this for fall.
Mm-hmm. Head it out. Have a wonderful night. Thanks. You too. TRX review. I need to do more videos on that thing. I do.
For the 13th time, where do you get your beans from, bro?
Where do I get my beans from? All over the world. Like, I'm not sure what.
Just depends on where we source them
Like,
from at the time.
Yeah. Do you get that thing oiled down? I am not sure what you were talking about.
What are we oiling down?
I don't know. Randomly thinking about, like, I changed the oil in the generator the other day, but that's not exactly how you would phrase that. Did I put beard oil in the beard? Yes. The way that just made my entire year. Thank you so much. What are your thoughts on animal dung coffee? Never tried it. Don't think I ever will. It's too expensive anyway.
You should
If other
add
people
solar
enjoy
panels
it,
to
they
your
should
home.
enjoy it. I should add solar panels to my home. It's an excellent idea.
What would you do with solar panels, Nate?
I don't know. I'd probably like run lights and
Like you do now?
maybe laptops and phones and
That's what those are
make
for?
coffee.
That's what those are for.
Yeah. For satellite dishes.
Oh my god. Shut up. I call them the satellites every once in a while.
Every once in a while she
I
calls
just
them
get in this
satellites.
like brain fog, and I'm like, the satellite,
She's
it's
like,
not
up
a
by the
dish.
satellite.
Hold on, I know it's an S word.
I don't know why. Like
I just get brain fog.
she knows they're not having anything
Just
to
wait.
do with satellites.
Just give it 10 more years. 10 more years,
Oh my
Nate, and I'll
gosh.
be laughing at your brain fog too.
If you even catch on that I had brain fog.
What are you saying?
You'll be busy worrying about the satellites in the yard, and you won't pay attention to me talking about the camper we live in, even though we haven't lived in a camper in 10 years.
A pet bean plant in the windowsill would be epic. You could name it Boingus.
Oh, that's funny.
Uh,
Steve Ward sent a super chat that I missed because I didn't have text with it, but thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Long form content on the Forever Home build. I really do want to get some long form content out there.
spicy anxiety is anxiety, but worse, I guess. So I think I know what you mean. So some coffees like give you the jitters and you feel anxious. I have not. I know what you mean by that. I'm a all-day coffee drinker. I have not experienced that with any of Nate's coffees. None of them have made me say, "Oh my gosh, I've had too much caffeine," or, but that's just me too. It's going to depend on how you react to caffeine, and if you need a lighter caffeinated one, do not get the Mad Scientist blend. That one is highly caffeinated. Hey Gage, I see you. I think he went out. Oh, he had to go restart his TikTok live. Advice: training your golden retriever puppy to listen to you. Nate's totally the dog trainer, but I know Az is, even at 8 months, is going through like a teenager phase where he is testing things. So he's a little testy. So a little more correction and stuff is needed, and just like being really consistent. Coffee is awesome. Only got instant here. Had a machine, but I can't find it. Oh no. More cooking videos with Jen.
What I miss?
I can't tell you.
Can't tell me.
Oh.
Okay. Where's Nate? Nate had to go outside and start the other TikTok live for a minute because they were watching the puppy, and then It went
They
down.
want you to go away. I was supposed to tell a secret about you, but you came back.
Oh. I messed it up. Messed it up.
A secret about Nate.
Hmm. I don't know. Apparently, you know. Quit looking at me like that.
Don't
Oh
tell
my
me what
gosh.
to do.
I'll tell you what to do.
Don't tell me.
Actually, no lights in his hat. Actually, no lights in my hat.
Did you lie? Did you lie to me? Looks like lights in the hat to me. I turned you on.
That does happen. Uh-huh. Most definitely happens.
Tell you all the secrets.
Is your quad electric? No, I looked at electric quads though. I really thought about it. It'd have been fun. They're expensive though. Plus, when I'm low on power, I would be sitting there running a generator in winter, charging the quad, listening to that noise, being like, "This is stupid."
Green screen. There's no green screen here.
Green screen.
This is my real background.
I think green.
We could have come up with something better if we'd have chosen a green screen.
I don't even know. I don't know that much about video stuff, but I don't know if you could do a green screen with like an accurate reflection and like glass behind there.
Oh,
That would be-
possibly not.
I don't know.
It's hard to say.
You probably could. It just seems like it'd be difficult. You could probably green screen a video behind you live. Anyway, it's too much
My
bother.
favorite thing about homesteading so far is probably the animals, and I'm really enjoying cooking out here because I love to cook, and I've been cooking for so long that it just isn't really a challenge anymore. It's just like throwing stuff together, and this actually makes me think through like the steps I have to take to do things, like talking with Nate and saying, okay, like tonight I need the stove to be hot enough to boil water, or I just need the inside to be hot enough that this can cook. It's got to cook at this temperature for this long, or it doesn't matter how hot it is as long,
Right.
long as it's in there. It's just got to heat through. Just the whole, some new challenges.
Yep. Definitely different than what you were used to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
News on nails. Not really any news on the nails. Nope. I mean, yeah. I think that whole situation is over and done with. The only way to know for sure is to give it time and see if that's what happens. Neve has a spiked collar. I don't know. I'll probably get him one. Whether I'll actually have him wear it much or not. He's so much of a deterrent. It's unlikely he's going to end up actually involved in anything. And if something that crazy is going on, I'm going to be right there with him with something to help make sure he does okay. Considered putting out traps a mile out with cat food in hopes of catching Saber. Could be doing feral cat things if he's alive. If he's anywhere nearby, he will come here and hang out, or he will go to the neighbors and hang out. That's just...
He hasn't been seen in any of his normal places. None of them.
And if I put 50 traps out with cat food, I would have
50 cats.
3 foxes, 40 raccoons,
Raccoons,
6
squirrels,
possums,
possum,
like-
fox. It would, yeah.
I would catch so much wildlife. I mean, there's stuff everywhere. Yeah, Saber's always there with you. Yeah, if he's around here, like, I mean, I had a good relationship with the cat. Like, we hung out a lot. I do that on purpose
There's
so that
no
they
reason
stick
for him to
around.
not be coming back, yeah.
If by some off chance he's really not liking as the new dog, he'd go to the neighbor's house and hang out there because he loves it there too. And he's neither. And then somebody asked, "What is your opinion on potatoes and why are they the best thing ever?"
He's not going to tell you they're the best thing ever. He doesn't really care for potatoes.
Like, potato chips are good. Potato cannons are fun.
What is a potato can? Oh, never mind. A potato gun. I know what you're talking about. I'm like, wait a second. I've never made one of those, but I know what you're talking about.
I've never made one either.
Yeah.
But, trying to think what else. What else can you do with them? That's awesome. French fries can be okay, especially if they're not real potatoes and they're like the artificial ones, like McDonald's ones. That's good. I don't know if McDonald's fries are artificial or not, but they're definitely not a
How are
thin
they
slice of
artificial?
potato. I don't know. Aren't they like mashed potatoes in a
No.
stick that are deep fried?
No. The difference is they're just frozen first.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, they're real potatoes. That's hysterical.
I just
Aren't they
assumed
mashed
they weren't.
potatoes in stick form?
Well, how are they good if they're actually a potato and not mashed potatoes in stick form with
So-
butter and...
I don't know if it's still true, but McDonald's used to put beef flavoring in their oil.
Oh, that's
A
cool.
little bit of beef flavor in their oil, and I know that that made a difference. I don't know if they still do that or
Right.
not. That's one of the things that was big about McDonald's. The other thing is a lot of people don't know if you flash fry your like homemade potatoes, if you flash fry them, I think they call it, they will get crispier. So you actually fry the potato, but don't fry it till it's done. You just fry it until it's starting to get crispy on the outside. Take it out, put it on paper towel or something to drain, and let them cool. Once they're completely cool, fry them again, and then fry them till they're brown and golden brown. And then you're going to get that nice, crunchy, crispy potato with the soft center. Mm-hmm.
Nope. They don't put that in U.S. McDonald's fries anymore. Okay.
They don't do it here anymore. Okay. I know they used to.
Now that we're off TikTok, what kind of guns do you own? I don't
All
know.
the kinds you can't show on TikTok.
Pretty much. I don't know how much I'll get into that on YouTube here or not. This platform definitely is somewhat interesting with them, and I gotta make sure to catch myself up on what's allowed versus not. But I will say I've definitely been downsizing my collection for probably the last 6 years rather than increasing it. I did get one in the last 2 years, but I've been
Yeah, it's been almost 2 years now.
yeah.
Like right
This
around
has
now,
been
2 years
almost
ago
2
that you got
years.
that.
Yep. Contemplating getting another one.
It's like I'm downsizing, but I'm contemplating getting another one.
So every time I get another one, I usually lose two. I already have an idea of which two I'll,
How the hell are you losing them?
as in sell them.
Oh, that's not losing.
No, I'm not. Oh my gosh! Actually, I could probably. There's like 4 that I just.
He doesn't speak Spanish or English.
I don't. I just speak gibberish. Leave me alone.
I lose 2. I get one and I buy one and then I lose 2. How the hell do you lose 2?
Boating accident.
I'm looking at that going, how do you lose that? I know, you said it somewhere and walk away.
Yeah.
Yep.
You remember your first subscriber? I don't know if I
On
do.
YouTube? I don't know who the first subscriber was, but I know who joined the membership. The very first member joined.
Yep.
I don't know about subscribers though.
Yeah, it's been over 3 years ago because this channel was like, I had 160 subscribers here for a long time. Nobody had any interest until like because I was just making videos talking about, this is what I'm going to do. This is the plan. This is the land I've recently purchased and all this stuff, and nobody cared. Then when I actually like started doing it, people were like, "Wait, what?
Right.
I only speak gibberish too. It's okay. Good, good."
So I have questions about this Homestead cookbook that everybody wants to see. So what is it? What is you guys are looking for in a cookbook? You're wanting recipes. You're wanting me to explain like the processes of how to do things. You want to see it done homestead style, or you want to know how to cook it on your electric appliances or your gas stove. Um, there's so much that can go into cookbook. I guess I don't know what the main thing is that you're looking for.
Want Jen's pretzel recipe, wood stove recipes, need food recipes. Bet Jen's got a 380 with laser built in.
We don't talk about that.
All of the above.
Home says,
All could be
okay.
different books, just outdoorsy recipes. Yes to all.
So,
Anita Jen cooking
one of the
show.
ideas that I had that I ran by Nate was possibly doing a cookbook and doing it both ways. One, if you're in a regular home with an electric range or gas range or whatever, how to do it like city style, and then converting it over to how I do it wood stove style.
Thanks for hanging out. Something in the orange camo. Appreciate it. Inspired you to start YouTube because I thought I was doing something cool and people would be interested in it. And again, it took me a year to get 160 subs, and probably half of them were friends, family, etc. So in case you're thinking of starting something, or you have started something, and a year later you're not getting anywhere, you never know. Be consistent; it might pay off. Do you have a boomstick? I feel like you weren't here for the last 5 minutes. Yes, definitely. Kind of desserts would you put in a cookbook? Cake.
Probably quick, easy
Cake.
desserts, things that are easy to make. So out here so far, Nate called it cake. It was totally a cobbler.
Cake.
And for anybody who doesn't eat eggs, it was absolutely amazing. I used half of a cake mix and poured some Sprite in it and
Cake.
mixed it up until it was like kind of like pancake batter.
Cake.
And I just poured it over the top of some berries and stuck it in the wood stove. And it was awesome. And then
it emerged as
we
a
weren't
beautiful
sure.
cake.
It did. And then I had a little bit of extra batter, so I stuck it in a small one of Minion's tiny little Dutch ovens, and we stuck that in there and cooked it because I was interested to see how it would cook just as cake, because it literally is just cake mix and Sprite, nothing else.
That was good.
And it was, it totally fluffed up and was soft and yummy. And anyway, and then probably like no bake cookies, maybe a couple cookie recipes. Fruit pizza. I love to make fruit pizza, so I'd probably put something like that in there.
Super chat. Thank you for being a truly amazing person. Well, I don't know about all that, but thanks for the compliment. Appreciate it.
He's truly amazing. Don't listen to him. He lies.
If I lie, I'm definitely not truly amazing.
That's true.
Yep.
You're right.
Yep.
You are truly amazing.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Wait, I've been missing out on Jen and Nate streams. How often do y'all stream? Once a week,
nights.
Sunday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time. It used to be 10 o'clock Eastern time for probably over 2 years running, and it's been on TikTok. This is the first time I switched over to YouTube. TikTok gave me some difficulties and removed my live access for a week, and I got a little bit annoyed, somewhat salty, and here I am on YouTube, moving the entire tradition over here. And TikTok is watching as in the field because that's
What they allow.
calm and safe, and they probably won't remove live access for doing that. So, hi from Texas, can't wait for garden video.
I was just trying to have fun with the people.
Right? Yeah. And, you know, I'm okay with TikTok being overly sensitive and moderating the platform how they want to. I just also have the right to move my live streams to a different platform if
Yeah.
they don't appreciate
You
what I
did say
have
you got
there.
salty.
I did. I did. Not like super angry, but like just, well, fine then. Be that way. I'll do this instead. Then,
Yep,
as soon as I decided that, I got super happy and was no longer upset.
that's right.
I aspire to have a relationship that y'all have. Thanks. Yeah, I tell you, it's pretty awesome. Going with the YouTube lives, I don't have TikTok, and a lot of people over on TikTok are like, no, you know, I don't have YouTube, I don't do YouTube, and like, I don't know, like if you really like my content that much, you will have no trouble jumping from TikTok over to YouTube, another very popular app that's pretty much guaranteed to already be on your phone anyway. And then yeah, if you're not willing to make that jump, then you probably weren't that interested in my live anyway, and we're just typing spam. So that's my theory. And honestly, you guys are showing up with more people here, even though I have 3 times the subscribers over on that platform than I do here. More of you are watching the live stream, so I guess
Yep.
you guys want me here more than TikTok does. So be it. I'll be here then.
We're in
That
West
works.
Virginia.
What do you do in these live streams? So most of the time I want to do like a podcast style for the first 20 minutes or so, and then just switch into just random whatever. This tonight, it's been literally 3.5 hours of random whatever. Have we really been live for 3.5 hours?
12:30? Holy cow. It's like, yeah, let's get on for 20 minutes, whatever.
Yep.
I'm grabbing a snack. You want some?
That's cool.
Do you like peanuts?
I do like peanuts.
You're looking at them like they're dangerous or something.
Just making sure it's not napalm. Can you put some of those in napalm? I got some peanuts.
You want a peanut? She's fun.
Sorry
She'll
to
take it.
pester, but would you consider using a waste oil burner
Want a
heater?
peanut mints?
Probably not, just because I have
Sweet.
so much firewood.
Come here.
Um,
Come here.
yeah.
Come get
If
it.
I had extra waste oil randomly sitting outside,
Sweet.
sure. I don't have much used motor oil. What I do have
I don't know how to get down.
is firewood. Minion.
Chew it up. It's like peanut
There's
butter.
Charlotte back there. Yes, she is back there.
She
Saber
has a
update.
peanut. She's trying to check
There
out.
is no Saber update, unfortunately. Oh, everybody's all about the peanuts. Love peanuts, love boiled peanuts. How will the water heater work in the summer? I'll have to install some different system for summertime because I'm not making it 140 in here. Mm-mm.
Oh my god, it got so warm in here.
Yeah. Love to host a meet and greet and what is that? Waukesha, Wisconsin.
Waukesha?
Waukesha.
That's where you bought my TikTok sweatshirt, was in Waukesha.
Oh. I didn't know
Just
that's
north
where
of
I was.
Milwaukee. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Nate's,
Well, I'll keep that in mind.
Nate and I have spent quite a bit of time in Waukesha, actually.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
Did you call it Waukesha? Waukesha?
Oh.
Waukesha?
I think I said Waukesha or something.
I still
You
haven't
said
done the
Waukesha.
Wisconsin cities thing with you.
I wish we saw Saber in that window. I wish too. How much algebra do you use daily? I have no idea.
Algebra? He doesn't call it algebra, he calls it mathing.
I do.
And he uses it every day, he just doesn't think about it.
Exactly.
Because even when we're playing Stardew Valley, he's trying to math. And he's multiplying to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And
I use geometry all the time
Yep.
too, without ever really
without realizing
realizing
that's what it is. Yep.
But I'm there holding the speed square and like doing yeah.
That whole thing with the bed.
I don't even think about it. I can literally be dead tired or something and just like I've done that construction stuff for so long, like
It's just yeah.
I can just chill, not be feeling good, not thinking clearly, and build something somehow just awesomely. Like by the time I get to this point in life where I can be intelligent without having to
It's
be
'cause you're
awake or think.
Amazing and awesome, Nate.
Okay.
I told you.
Yes, yes. Love the content, man. Keep it up. Thanks. I should make a cookbook for wood stuff. We're talking about it. I also want to make some Minion, like children's books. I need to be taking pictures. Unfortunately, I missed out on getting any pictures of him in the snow recently. Since it doesn't snow that often, that's really disappointing. I didn't think about it.
Screenshots from videos work.
Maybe. Be pixelated, but
I've taken screenshots from videos for things before.
and printed them.
No, I'm trying to think.
Because I have too, but trying to make it print quality is tough.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if you made it.
At least sale print quality.
Yeah, like if I'm gonna sell a book and like I get blurry screenshots from a video, like I feel like
Yeah, it's not gonna be good.
I just don't. Yeah. They have an Instagram. I do. Nate Petrosky on multiple platforms. Jen, love the channel. Out of curiosity, what would be Az's biggest wildlife threat out there? From Australia, so very different outback wildlife for sure.
Probably a black bear.
If him and a black bear would, but I can't
If it was a big
imagine.
boar, it would have to be a pretty big boar. It would be probably his biggest threat, but I still think you'd take it.
Like a big boar, like a pig.
No, like a male bear.
Oh,
I think they're called boars.
I don't know. I just call them bears.
Is a male bear called a boar? I believe it is. A sow and a boar?
That's pigs.
No, I think they are with bears too.
That could be.
I'm pretty sure.
The chat will tell us soon.
Somebody Google it. I think there's sows and boars
They might be.
with bear. Oh, look at her collection of peanuts on the ground. She keeps coming back for another one, but she's not eating it.
Making a mess, right?
Minion. You gonna eat Charlotte's?
But yeah, I think it'd end up being a bear. Like, either a female and cubs or...
They're called fat dogs.
Yes, they're boars.
Coyotes would not be a challenge to him out here. Coyotes aren't very big. Like a
And the
third of his
packs-
size.
The packs, like, probably aren't more than, like, 3 or 4 around here. There's a bunch of them, but... Yeah, there's really not much. I mean, maybe a mountain lion comes wandering through. That could be... But a mountain lion's not going to fool with him. They're just going to be like, why? Like, no. You were worried about moose. There are no moose around here.
An adult male bear is called a boar.
That's crazy.
Somebody in there was like, they're wild pigs. Yeah, it's a boar.
Yeah. I've not heard of bears referred
And a
to.
female, I'm pretty sure, is a sow.
It's the same with pigs.
Yep. Yep.
It's the same with pigs.
I grew up
too.
in Montana, like grizzly bears, boars, and sows.
Sure.
Like that's, yeah.
I
And honestly,
didn't realize bears
boar
and
to
pigs
me
had the
immediately-
same...
and immediately when somebody says a boar, I'm thinking male bear.
Okay.
So as soon as it came out of my mouth and you looked at me like that, I was like, wait a second. Am I
Right?
wrong? Because yeah, the look you gave me, then I started to question myself. But yeah, no, boars and sows.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I just never... That's crazy. Like they're two totally different animals. I feel like
Mhm.
they should have different terms. Then again, there's enough terms in the English language. Let's just go ahead and merge a few.
Right.
Like, but yeah, I have never heard anyone refer to a bear as a boar or sow.
Wow.
That being said,
I follow a bunch of grizzly pages because I follow the
Yeah.
grizzlies through Yellowstone and Glacier, and so I see
but I've never
them
been.
refer to them as sows and boars
I've
all
never
the time.
interacted with anything
Bear.
out west, and like
Right? Yeah. It's just a
they're just
difference
different.
in being raised.
I'm sure
in
it's
our
more common
location
term
and
out there
everything.
than it is
Yeah,
here.
Totally.
Yeah, because I mean, I've had a lot of friends that are real big into boar hunting, and it always means go down south, get pigs.
Well, yes, and if people are to go hunting for a bear, they're going bear hunting. They're not going
don't
boar
go boar
hunting for
hunting.
sure.
Sure. Interesting. Need to know where you got your scale for ads, please. I think I got it on Amazon. Just found something that said,
Livestock.
yeah, it's like a livestock scale. Look up livestock scales. You show them in, please. Well, I'm about to jump off of here. Where I thought stag was its
Oh,
own animal till I was
so
like
this is new.
14.
I did not know this.
I am about to jump off of here, but I will show Minion. You're not Minion. Come. Minion.
So a female
Oh.
pig that has had piglets is called a sow. Do you know what they're called if they haven't had piglets?
Pig?
Nope.
A heifer?
That's a cow.
I know, I just had to guess.
A gilt.
A gilt.
Hmm. A female pig is called a gilt if she hasn't had piglets yet. I did not know that.
I didn't know that either. Here he is, Lord Minion.
And a boar is an intact male pig over the age of 6 months.
All right. That makes sense. All right. I'm going to jump off of here. I do want to thank my mods for hanging out as long as they have. I'm sure they're not all still
Y'all
here.
rock. Y'all rock.
Squishy's hanging out in here.
Morgan's here. I've seen her.
Yeah, Morgan's been in here.
And
There's
the Natural Man
probably
was here for quite a while.
there's probably a couple still hanging out in here. But thanks guys for hanging out. You guys make it more fun than it would be without you. And the slow chat thing totally helped, plus the fact that we had half as many people this time as we did last week. That helped a little bit.
Good night, guys.
But appreciate you guys all hanging out, all the super chats, all the positive comments, and you guys just watching our videos, website purchases. Appreciate all the support, guys. Lord Minion says, I'm tired. I'm going to bed soon.
Good night, Mins. Good night. Go to bed.
Oh, go sleep.
Go to bed.
Go sleep. Always thinking about going to sleep.
Yep.
All right, guys. Appreciate you.
Have a
Long
good night.
stream, and we'll see you next week, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday night. Have a good one.